They call me babe. They call me babe. Let's get this shit. This is sad. I gotta take my fucking license plate off. Everywhere I go, every time I get out the car, I gotta take my fucking license plate off. Isn't that fucking some sad ass shit? What's up? What's up? Everybody tapping the fuck in. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. We're gonna vibe for a couple minutes because what up, Krusty? It's so beautiful. What up, Krusty? We just listen. I'm not gonna like push out with the story time. Give me like 15-20 minutes because I don't want to have to repeat this story over and over. So we're just gonna kind of like, you know, let everybody kind of flow in. And hopefully my daughter show face because mommy needs her moderator. So anyways, I just went to McDonald's. So y'all can vibe with me. Let's vibe for like, I don't know, till like 8:15, 8:20. And then I'm going to start the story. When I do the story time, we doing it just like last time. Why I look bald headed for? I'm pushing all the comments to the side for the story. You understand? So if you have a comment or you have like a question or whatever, you just gonna have to hold on to that because in order for me to give you the most raw story, I gotta give you the whole story just how it is. And it took 2 hours for me to do it last time. So prepare to tap the fucking go pee or something now. We got like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna start telling the story till like 8:15, 8:20. Hold on. Let me get my shit out the car. They call me big. I can't do it. They call me big. I gotta make my. What's up? What's up? Caffeine. Amanda, good looks for the follow. Definitely. Who's what? You can't hear me? I think something's wrong with my phone, yo. Let me know. Hold on. Let me know if it goes back because I took the case off of my phone and I've been putting my finger over the mic. That's my fault. I don't have the case on my phone no more because my phone was getting too hot. Y'all fucking, that video went viral and it blew my battery. And as embarrassing as it is, I have an iPhone 7, so a bitch gonna have to upgrade. If the Wi-Fi cuts out, it's because I'm outside smoking a cigarette. Remember, I'm not gonna start the story till like 8:15, 8:20. So when I go upstairs, you know, like we good. Trust me. Courtney, I'm upset with you. Oh, thank you guys for all my pennies. I get so excited when y'all throw pennies at me. I never knew those were pennies. I did not know that them was. Well, I shouldn't say. Like I didn't know what them present things were last time. And I'm like, what the hell are all these little present things and fucking horns with confetti? Yeah, listen, I live in Connecticut, y'all know. I have Boost Mobile, but I'm gonna flip to Metro because they have the X. What's the one up from the iPhone 7? Not that I want the 8, but I can't find the 8. Not the X. I don't think it's the XR. Whichever. They got like the X something for free if you switch over. So I'm just gonna take my number from Boost, move it over to Metro, and that way I don't have to. Yeah, the SE. Yeah, that's it. You're right. It's not an X. I get excited. Thought it was the X. Cricket. If you got Cricket, I don't fuck with Cricket because I ain't never tried Cricket. I used to have Metro, but if you have Cricket, they do the same thing. You just gotta. All right, Ari, hold on, baby. I'm gonna make you a moderator. Give mommy 1 second. Manage. All right. I made you a moderator, so listen. Real quick. We're going to go through it real quick because we don't have time to talk about it. If the comments get crazy, no, don't worry about them. Worry about me right now. Look at mommy. My comments really weren't that bad, but last time we did this, my bad, I make you want to smoke a cigarette. Last time we did this, it was crazy. Like, everybody in my comments had to stick up for me. So you are my child. You better come and rock that moderator button. If somebody gets a little, let it rock. Like, if they say something, they might just be questioning or asking something and it might seem disrespectful. But if they start coming for me, you better hit that block button. Get them the fuck out. We don't tolerate that shit in here. Hey, everyone say hi. Everyone say hi to Ari. Oh, damn. We're going to have to make Cookie a moderator, too, then. Ari, how you going to be my moderator? You didn't even fucking Google how to moderator. I Googled how to moderator, and I'm not even the moderator. How you didn't do it? What I'm going to do with this child of mine? Okay, so it's going to mute them. All right, that's good. We'll mute them. We'll mute them. Yeah, whoever come for me, I'm going to come with these hands. We going to come with these hands. Hey, Bafo, what up? That's my boy. Or wait, I don't even know if you're a boy or girl, but that's Bafo. All right, so we learning, see? I'm learning about pennies. Like, y'all don't know how I was telling my daughter, I was so excited when I was like, oh my gosh, yo. I did not know what them present things and, whatever it was. And I just think that's the cutest thing. Because it's not really something, like, it's not like you just at a strip club throwing dollar bills. It's just like, I don't know. I just thought it was cute. And now I'm learning how to moderate. Okay. All right, Bafo. We good then. That's my boy, Bafo. You know what? All of y'all that been following me since the rip. Hold on. Hold on, Baf. I got you. That we gonna call you Baf. We gonna give you a hood name, Baf. Wait, Baf, come back. Alright, can you do any of this when you're a moderator? Like, can you take care of this for me? These nails of mine. Hold on, Baf. I'm trying. Oh, there we go. Alright, I just fucking followed you, Bafu. Okay. That's good. Like I said, my daughter is very defensive of me, so don't, like, if somebody's asking a question, it's a question, but I'm making that very clear. I'm not looking. That's why I have my daughter moderate, because I'm not looking at the comments. What up, JG? We're not doing no comments tonight, because last time we did it, there was no comments, and it just worked perfectly. I'll answer all y'all questions. You got questions? Whatever the fuck you got, I got you. I'm prepared for tonight. I'm prepared. I was stretching. I got my frap over there. Funny story. Fun fact. Do y'all know that every time I get out my car, I gotta take my license plate out? That's fucking embarrassing, right? Let's not talk about it. Ariana hates it. Let me tell you, and her mama gonna always look out for her. Period. I said, she's supposed to always look out for me. But ask her where she was last night. She wasn't here. She wasn't here. That's embarrassing, right, y'all? Deadass gotta take my license plate out every time I get out the fucking car. Cookie, you have $3? Hey. Everyone comes for me for that. I am not. I don't smoke weed. I know. I don't hate on nobody that does. Clearly, you know, like everybody in my life smokes weed around me. I just don't. It's not my thing. It never has been. You know, I tried it, whatever. I barely drink. Like, I'm so not fun. I'm so boring. Why does everybody who smoke weed always want everybody who don't smoke weed to smoke weed with them? Why y'all always want to get me fucking high? That's what I want to know. Why we always try to get me high? Somebody earlier said that they don't know how somebody could do something like this to me. Remember, this wasn't me 11 years ago. I forgot to answer that comment. It wasn't me 11 years ago. I was clearly fragile and let somebody that was vulnerable. I mean, I was vulnerable and let some monster take advantage of me. I have one girl. That one. She's a problem. And then the boys. The boys are a problem now, but this one right here, she gonna be a problem. She gonna be a problem. That, you don't think that I want to quit smoking? I have like, I don't know if y'all saw in the live earlier, but I have like 50 boxes of patches and gum on my kitchen on my refrigerator. It's crazy. My daughter's 15. She about to be 16, but she look like she's 20. And my boys are 8 and 4. No, 9. 9 and 4. He's not 8 no more. No, you didn't miss story time. You good. I told everybody, like, we vibing for a couple minutes before everybody gets in. I just don't want to, like, start. Listen, this was my point. I didn't want to have to, like, start story time and then have to go back. So I figured we just vibe. I bought some French fries. I'm gonna get my ass upstairs, get comfy, and then we gonna start. I know. Look at you. Stop trying to chase some clout. I'm a Sagittarius. My daughter, she's evil. That's what sign she is. Evil. Damn, girl, your oldest is 18. You do not look like you have an 18-year-old. I'll show you my nails when I get upstairs, because you can't really see them that good now. But let me get my ass upstairs. How about that? How about we do that? I be getting caught up vibing with y'all. I jumped on live this morning, and I was like, oh, I got a whole hour before I have to. Shit. Hold on. I'll be right back. We dropped something. Ari, if you see a bitch in here named Priscilla, you already know what to do, okay? You see Priscilla come up in here, any name like anything like that, fuck that bitch. I'm December 20th. Oh, so this morning I was live and I was like, I'm just gonna vibe, like, I'll explain later, like, how this shit had me kind of in the zone. So I was trying to, like, vibe with y'all, get good vibes or whatever for work for the day. I blinked my eyes and I was already, like, having to log in work, and it was, like, late and shit. That shit's crazy. I just be getting caught up on the lives. Who said that? Cookie? All right, Cookie. Cookie's family. We put her in the little fam. We put her in the little fam. All right, let me get my ass upstairs. All right, hold the comments down for a second, okay? So you're gonna have to vibe with yourselves for a minute. I'm dying. No more cigarettes. Alright, we made it upstairs. We're just out of breath. Where are we gonna leave y'all? Let me get y'all on the stand. Okay? Just bear with me. Why is my nose running? Oh, that's not gonna fit. Alright, fuck it. Alright. Alright, I'm getting myself in the zone here. Hold on. I hate my nails. The only thing I hate about my nails. Cookie, I just took and followed you. If I see y'all like... No, we're not telling them about Priscilla yet. That's a whole nother story time. That's a whole nother story time. You see what I mean? She be always asking me to tell her story. Tell me your story, mommy. Okay. Give me a couple minutes. We just let me get in the zone here. And eat these fucking fries. If I see y'all following, interacting with me on daily, I will follow you back. You haven't missed that, and I haven't even started. Let me get some of these calories in my body and we good. I wanted these yesterday, but remember? I forgot to order them. I appreciate y'all. See, look at we like a little family. Krusty, JG. I don't know where Courtney is. Nieto. Cookie now. Ba. Where's Ba? I forgot what his name is. I want to say like Parto or some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? Where's the sheep? Ba, where you at? Oh, you too, Tanya. Tanya's part of the fam. There's Bob. Bafo, that's what it is. See? You know. When I say the sheep, that's you. Oh, you part. Wait, hold on. Shay part of the family too, but I forgot who's. How do I pronounce your name? Because you was here. You've been vibing with it. Shataria? Did I say it right? Shataria? You down with the WPP, Witness Protection Program, clan? I don't know. We have to come up with a new name because I'm not gonna be the Witness Protection girl. Have any of you heard the story last time? That's what I'm just curious about. Was anybody here last time I told it? Shateria? Can I call you Sha? Oh, none of y'all. Oh, okay. Who's that? Allie? Oh, Allie's part of the fam too. She was here from the Gap. Oh, Tanya, you heard some of it. Oh, y'all about to be ready. Y'all ready for this fucking story? Oh, all right. You're gonna be Shay then, but we got another Shay in the family too. Hold on. Albita Bonita. All right. Welcome. Welcome. Well, you about to hear the whole thing again. The whole thing. Krusty, nobody's taking your nickname. Who's that? Lives? I can't, yo, it's so hard for me to see y'all's name. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you some funny shit. Okay. Deadass. I know y'all waiting for a story. I'll get into it, but let me just, couple things I gotta tell y'all first. First of all, I did not. Everyone keep asking me in my comments, DMing me for my Cash App. This happened to me 11 years ago. We didn't put no Cash App in that bio. You notice when, wait, let me clarify this. You notice when the video went viral, there was no Cash App in that bio. No GoFundMe, no nothing like that. However, this video was not supposed to go off like it did. You feel me? So it got to the point now where I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I might end up moving I just did not expect. You think going viral is kind of like, I wanted kind of like everybody in Connecticut to know about Steven. Apparently everybody in the world knows now. Which is good, you know. But for those of you who keep asking me, am I scared when he comes out? I would be lying if I told you that it wasn't a concern of mine now. Yeah, I think he doesn't know where I live now. And I live in a very safe place, you know, like, can't just walk in here. Oh, shout out to New Jersey. You can't just walk up in my fucking, like, house or whatever. So who gonna let me move in with them? That's what I'm trying to find out. Y'all keep saying I can move. Who gonna offer up some room? Who letting me come over? Springfield. That's crazy. Y'all want to know a funny story? My video went viral, right? So obviously people that I know have been interacting with it. Tell me how today a girl comes on my post. Me and her cool now, so there's no beef. But she came kind of slick because there was a post of me and my ex-boyfriend up there, and it said like, show me your love story, but it was like a joke because it was like a love story, and then at the end I'm like, you know, fuck him or whatever. Apparently that's her man. And the whole time I was dating him, okay, so the whole time I was with my baby father, she was with him too. It's craziness. Like, the fuck? That whole shit show went down today. Like, that was crazy. It's crazy though, because you know what I did? I blocked him and I'm cool with her now. Like, fuck it. Ain't got nothing to say to him. Good vibes only. Women empowering women. Oh, New London. Is anybody else from CT? Y'all think going viral is like cool, right? I told my daughter this before this video went viral. I said to my daughter, I kid you not, ask her. She's in this fucking room. She's the moderator. I said to her last week, I've been practicing talking to her because I was already like, Ari, I'm going to put this on the, like I told her, you know, I'm putting it out there. I'm your mom. People are going to see me. So I wanted her to know I was putting it out there. We had a talk or whatever, and I've been practicing telling the story with her before the video even went up. And I said to her, I don't want it to go too viral because going viral is exhausting mentally, you know, physically. It's just, it's hard. But at the same time, it's going viral for a good reason. I just burped. I'm fucking live with 77 of y'all. How real am I? How fucking real is that shit? No, I don't get nothing for being viral. No. Okay, let's clarify. Nothing. I don't get nothing for being viral. But a lot of people want to go viral because they want to like get followers to have a platform. Oh, you know, yeah, everybody wants followers. Like, that's the thing. And if I tell you I could not have picked a better video to catch a viral, because you see, like, over 500,000 people saw right now know Steven's face. So that's 500,000 brothers, aunts, potential victims, anything. The one thing that I am worried about is when I did the green screen, Steven's name is, for whatever reason, that is not how you spell his name, okay? So I'm putting it out there. His name is Stevens. On his birth certificate, it says Stevens with the S. No P, no H, no nothing like that. So I'm concerned that, you know, somebody's going to meet him and then they're going to be like, oh, you know, that's not him because his name was different. No, I didn't even start. I'm about to start now. That's what I'm scared of. So remember his name. That's how I remember. Like, I'm telling you, for the rest of my life, I remember, because he's the only, who else names their kid Stevens? Like, there was 5 of them or something. There was only one. I asked his mom too, why you named him that? That's how you know shit's real. That's how you know shit's real, because over 500,000 people saw my video. Have y'all seen one video from his family defending him? His family is wonderful people. Let me tell you, we don't judge his family off of him. His family is a good-hearted people. They are not, like, they don't agree with what he did to me or what he does, the lifestyle he lives at all. But I'm just saying, if Steven was so changed, why isn't anybody defending him? That's all I'm saying. Courtney, I'm first of all, I'm so happy you're here, but like, I was trying to hit you up today. I DM'd you because I wanted to check on you. What kind of best friend are you? Girl, I didn't get my nails done. I got them motherfucking did. They got did. Beautiful. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Hold on, I gotta do my stretches on it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, whew. We got this, right? We got this. We need the... My nose is running. All right. Got me a little cold still. So, I love them too. All right. Trying to get in the zone here because it's hard. It's hard for me to go back to this. But I've been prepping all day for me to go back to this. So, I'm going to tell y'all a story. And this is how we're going to do it, right? I said this many times. I'm going to swipe. When I start telling the story, I'm going to swipe all these comments down, right? So, I got RVU moderating. If anybody else come in here trying to, like, usually I get good vibes in here. So if anybody else comes in here starting up or whatever, or they're asking questions, just please remind them that I'm not looking at those comments until after the story. Because this is a crazy ass story. And if I keep looking at the comments, I'm going to get sidetracked. Y'all not going to get the best version of it. So, I know you do. I know my little family got me. I got to think of a name for us, but I got you. I know y'all got me. And then just like last time, I'm just going to let y'all know, if it gets to be too much for me, I'm not going to leave y'all lingering. If it gets to be too much, we're going to stop. We're going to take a little break, and then we come back. Okay? Aw, thank you. It just gets me a little anxious. That's it. How I'm about to start the story, JG, and you're going to be like, be right back. The Bebecita Club. Y'all never heard a story like this. I'm telling you. It's such a shit show of events that happen. It's such a shit show. But we got it. We got it, right? Oh, and thank you guys. I appreciate all the love and support. I gotta wait for JG to get back, and then I'm gonna start. If y'all have questions after I'm done with the story, we'll go for there, okay? Like, any questions y'all have about witness protection, about anything that happened in the story. Shay, you gonna hear? I'm gonna tell you what type of person he is. Fucking monster. Me too. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all reminded me. Let me click my Wi-Fi on real quick. Hold on 1 second. What? They fucking froze me like this. What the fuck kind of shit is that? JG, come back. Bafa, why you keep leaving? Stay. Yeah, we already told Krusty. She fucking beautiful. You seen that, my bros? We tried to get her to change her name, but she can't do that till what, April? What? Who said I'm on drugs? Am I on drugs? Does somebody really say that? I must have missed it. Okay, you are. You're back. Okay. Are you here? Before I swipe these comments away, are you here? I know, I got y'all. Like I said, don't rush. Don't rush me. I know you gotta get back to work, but don't rush me. All right. We swiping the comments to the side. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, hold on. I forgot how to swipe the comments. Okay, there we go. All right. So, where do we begin? We'll start right from when I met Steven. I said this the other day. Some things are gonna, like, if you watch my other story time, some things are gonna come back to me, in between, but I still cannot remember where I met Steven. I honestly think that I met him on Facebook. I really do think I met him on Facebook. Like, talked to him, and then we met in person. When I met Steven, my baby father and me were together. I had Ariana. Ariana was about 4 years old when this happened. I was a single mom. My baby father went to jail. He never hurt nobody. He just hurt himself. He has those own trials and tribulations that he's dealing with. But he was incarcerated. He violated his probation. He went to jail. So when he went to jail, me and him broke up. And he was aware that I was dating other people. How I'm not holding nobody down in jail. Sorry. You did that, do you? So I'm a single mom. I'm back dating here and there. And I remember, I don't know where I met Steven, but when I met Steven, it was just like, it was just an automatic connection. I was very attracted to the bad boy in him. And by bad boy, it was nothing like what y'all see. No, when I say bad boy, like, he was just like, from the hood. That's it. He never let me see his lifestyle. Every time we were together, Steven had money on him. I knew he didn't work. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. I knew that he hustled. But I did not think that he was like as far up on the food chain as he really was. I thought it was just some kind of like, little shit he was doing. So I meet Steven. Me and Steven dated for about a year. So let me tell you how dating went with Steven. When I tell you, it's very important because I want y'all to understand that our worlds never collided. Like, we collided when they did collide, they collided in the center. I never visited his world, and he always came to visit mine. I guess that's the best way to say it. I lived in one city. I lived in Middletown, Connecticut at the time. He lived in Hartford. So he would come visit me every night, like, obviously at first we dated here and there, but then it came to the point where, like, we were linking every night. And we're linking. I would work. I would get out of work. He would come to my house. That's what it would do. Or we would, on the weekends, we go out together. I went to his house maybe twice. His mom's house. I met them, but I didn't know. I couldn't even tell you the name of the street that his mom lived on. Like, he just was very good about keeping me away from that situation. Like, he didn't. I look back now, and now I know why he didn't want me in that situation. He didn't want me to know what he was doing. Hold on. I got an ashtray. So I'm with Steven. We're dating. Things get serious. And Steven's kind of like intimidated by the fact that my baby father's in jail. Like, my baby father, before he went to jail, we were a couple. So Steven doesn't want me talking to my baby father no more because he's like, I'm scared. He didn't admit it like that, but he thought when my baby father came home, I was going to get back with him. So He kind of like cut conversations off. Like when my baby father would call the phone, he would always argue with me when he would call from jail and shit like that. And he never, like, he always called for, like, my daughter or to talk to me about some, doing him a favor or something. It was never no crazy shit, but it was always a problem for Stephen. Remember that, okay? Just remember that piece. So, Stephen, when he would come to my house, okay, Stephen sold drugs. I knew he sold drugs. I did not know I didn't know how much it was going on, okay? I'm thinking that he's selling, like, little bags of weed or something. That's all I'm thinking. But it definitely wasn't like that. So Stephen would come to my house. He had his own car. He would always come to my house in his car. He would drive his car to my house. Or if we link somewhere, like sometimes we would like meet at my job or something. He would like follow me home. He was always like, I never went to pick him up ever before the carjacking. I never went to pick him up. There was nights that he would have his friends. Now, because I knew what Stephen did, his lifestyle, like when me and him would talk on the phone every day, this is how it would go. Oh yeah, I'm at Vic's house. Oh, I'm about to go here with Jose. I remember those two names, Vic and Jose. He was always with Vic and Jose. In 1 year, I never met Vic and Jose. The closest I came to meeting Vic was one time. A couple times Stephen would get dropped off in his own car. Like he would come to my house, he would drive to my house, and one of his boys would be with him and drive the car back home. And I remember specifically, I don't know if every single time it was Vic, but I remember specifically him saying one day, like, I went downstairs to unlock the door. I remember seeing a man driving the car off, like driving off in the car as Stephen's getting out. And I remember Stephen saying, son, like, I remember knowing that was Vic. He let me know that was Vic. But did I see this man up close? I didn't. Again, I want y'all to just like remember all these details I'm telling you, because I'm not telling you these details for no damn reason. I'm trying to put y'all there with me. So me and Stephen didn't live together. We honestly just spent like almost every day together, but we did not live together. He lived at his mom's house. I lived, it was just me and my daughter in my apartment. So, we're dating for a year. And again, like I said, I can't emphasize to you guys how I didn't know what was going on. Like I knew a little bit what was going on, but I didn't know there was no one spot that Stephen stayed in. You get it? Like on my lunch break, I'd call him and he'd be out, busting tracks. So he'd be all around. And again, this was 11 years old. I was young. I was dumb. I was like, I don't know, maybe I was dating a bad boy, I guess. But again, I never thought it would be to this extent. And usually when there's you never see a guy do this to his girlfriend, basically. I know that's why y'all want to all know what he did this to me for. Okay, so here's where we begin. I'm going to take y'all back to the carjacking night. Now that I gave you like the pre-story, let me take y'all back to the carjacking night. That night, it's about 7 o'clock. My baby father calls me from jail. And he says to me, he calls me from jail. I'm not with Stephen. It was a weekend night, like a Friday night or a Saturday night. And I had my daughter. My daughter was home. And my best friend, at the time, my best friend was with me. My cousin, who was another best friend of mine, she lived downstairs for me. But it's me and my best friend. We're sitting in my house. My daughter's there. She's playing or whatever. My baby father calls. He talks to my daughter. And then he says to me, hey, can you do me a favor? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? Now, again, Stephen does not know that me and him are communicating like this. Stephen thinks we're communicating here and there, but my baby father I was kind of like his middleman. He would call me to like, hey, can you go do this for me? Can you get this paperwork for me? Stuff like that, So he called me and he said, when in that conversation, he was like, can you do me a favor? And I'm like, what? He's like, can you go see Michael, which is his brother, my baby father's brother, my brother-in-law. I'm married to my baby father now, but at the time I wasn't, but it's my brother-in-law. So from his perspective, this is what he's saying. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you go see my brother and pick up $50? Because my brother wants to put it on my books for me. Because, I got to get food and stuff. 11 years ago, it was not as easy to put money on somebody's books as it is these days. These days, you just go to an ATM. You could do it off an app, all that. No. Back then, you had to be on that person's visiting list in order to put money on their books. And I'm pretty sure you had to send it in, if I remember correctly. You had to either Western Union or send it in the mail. So he basically wanted me to go pick up this $50 because his brother wasn't on his visiting list. So he couldn't, it was going to take him time to send the $50. So I was like, of course I'll go see him. Now, let me tell you what my brother-in-law does. My brother-in-law is a bondsman. Okay. It has not, I mean, it just randomly, that's what he does. He likes it. He's good at it. He does his thing. Bondsmen work, most of the time, they work night hours, like 8 o'clock to 6 in the morning, because that's when people get arrested. And they don't really have an office. They do. But what they do is like their work day is going to a police station, and they usually hang out at the police station for like hours at a time, because that's where you are to bond people out. Get it? So I thought my cigarette butt went out. I called my brother-in-law, and I'm like, hey, Angel wants me. That's my baby father, Angel. I'm like, hey, Angel wants me to come see you and pick up that money. And he knew all about it already. He's like, yeah, I bet. He says to me, because he doesn't live in the same town as me, so he goes, hey, you want to just meet me later? I'm gonna be at Hartford PD, Hartford Police Station, or Police Department, whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet, yeah, that's cool. I'll take that ride. And he told me like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I know it was like a little bit. It wasn't at like 7 or 8. This happened at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So later on, I was like, yeah. So my plan was, okay, bet. I'm going to take my daughter. I'll put her in the car seat. Me and my friend are going to run to the... Because I'm planning to link with Steven later, like we do every night. He's probably going to come over. So I'm like, I told my friend, I was like, listen, we're going to put Ari in the car seat and we're just going to go over there. She'll probably fall asleep. We're going to go over there and we're going to pick up this money. My gosh, y'all. When I tell you the Lord above, I get goosebumps saying this part. I was telling my daughter earlier, this is hard for me to tell y'all. The Lord saved not my daughter, but she saved her from being in that position that night. Steven knew me to always have my daughter with me. Okay? I was a single mom. Though my mom was very, like, my family helped me out with my daughter at the time. We're always together. When I went places, I brought my daughter. Like, she was like my little rider, like she came with me. It was just me and her. I don't know. I just can tell you that it was out of the ordinary for me to not have her that night. As I was getting ready to get dressed, now it's like 9, 10 o'clock. I'm getting ready to go to the police station to pick up this money from my brother-in-law to put on my baby father's books. Steven calls me. I'm still at my house, and Steven calls me. Routine call. We link every night, basically, at this point. So he's like, hey, what's up? What you doing? I'm like, nothing. I remember telling him, okay, I could not tell him at the time. I did not want to tell him. It's not that I couldn't. I just didn't want to tell him, hey, I'm about to go do a favor for my baby father. Because it would have been a complete argument. This right here is my first fucking mistake. This was the biggest mistake I made that night. Instead of just telling him that and arguing with him, I said to him, hey, I have to swing by the police station in Hartford and pick up some money from a bail bondsman. You see, I left out the fucking part that it was $50 and that the bail bondsman was my brother-in-law, and it was for my baby father. Like, I left that whole fucking part out because, again, I just didn't want the drama that came with it. Little did I know the drama that was going to come next. So, all right. So when I talk to Steven on the phone, I say, listen, yeah, I got to go pick up this money from the bail bondsman. He doesn't ask me the amount or nothing like that. He kind of was like, oh, okay, bet. Now, Hartford is where Steven lives, where he traps, that's Steven's neck of the woods. That's what we'll call it. Whew. You see this? This means I'm getting anxious. Okay. So just bear with me here. So, all right. So we're getting ready I hang up the phone with Steven. Oh, this is where I forgot. Steven said to me before I hung up the phone with him, he was like, oh, bet you're going to be out here anyways. Just hit me up when you leave the police station. Like, when you're done, hit me up and then we'll make plans to link. And I'm thinking in my head, he doesn't want to come to my house before I get there. Okay, so I'm going to call him and we're going to meet at home. That's what we always do. No, it didn't go down that way. So I'm getting ready. I'm getting my daughter ready. My daughter is asleep on the couch. But I'm still getting her ready because I'm going to just let her sleep in the car seat. I'm going to go do my thing. Go get this money for her father. So, yeah. So I go and as I'm getting dressed, my cousin comes upstairs. This is when I tell you God, this is not one time, but twice in this story, God came down and protected this little girl. I promise you. My cousin came upstairs. My cousin barely ever watched my daughter. But that night, my cousin said to me, I'm literally about to walk out the door with my daughter. And my cousin says, you know what? Just leave her here. She's sleeping. I'll just stay up here and watch her till you get home. You're going to be quick, right? And I'm like, yeah, I bet. That's so... I have to drag her out in the car seat and all that. I was like, okay. And in my head, I'm not planning to do nothing. I'm planning to go get the money and come right back home. And Steven and me are going to link at home. So my cousin stayed at home. My cousin stayed home with my daughter. And that was probably... if everything that I went through was worth it for my daughter to not have had to go through that, because like I said, when we get to the story a little bit later, Steven was prepared for my daughter to be there that night. You understand? That night and the next night, like every time that he did this shit to me, my daughter was supposed to be there. That's why I say how fucking evil he is, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So I leave my daughter, I tuck her in or whatever, and I take off. It's me and my best friend. At the time, it was my best friend. We have been friends for about 10 years. We have not spoken a lot since the incident. It's not just the incident. We kind of this just took us different ways, We went our different ways. But it's ironic, she hit me up yesterday because she's seen the video. So, me and my friend take off. This is my best friend, okay? My best friend, 12, 15 years, I think 12 years at the time. I felt so safe with my best friend, period. So I take off with her. We go to Hartford. We get to the police station. I see my brother-in-law. It's 10:30 at night. It's not really late, but it's late. I see my brother-in-law. I grab the $50. It's a $50 bill, I remember. And it was very quick, because he's working. He's bonding people out. He just came outside, talked to me for a couple of seconds, was like, how's my brother doing? Give me the $50. I took the $50 and I put it in the visor of my car. The little flip thing with the mirror? I put it up there. I do not carry cash on me, okay? I've never carried cash on me. I'm a debit card kind of person. that's my thing. I don't like cash. I don't like change. I don't like none of that. So I didn't have really a wallet. I had a purse and a phone and shit like that, but I don't know. For me, I was going to send this money out in a money order right away, so I just clipped it up there in the visor. So my brother-in-law goes back inside, and my phone rings, and it's Steven, okay? Now, I'm just about to leave the police station, but he did tell me to call him. I don't think that he saw me or anything like that. I just think he was planning on me calling him. I remember him saying, call me on your way back. And again, I was thinking because he's going to leave Hartford when I'm leaving Hartford so we get to Middletown together. No. So, again, here comes the big red flag. He calls me and I'm like, hey, yeah, I just grabbed the money. I'm good. Shit's good. I'm going to head home. He says to me, well, why don't you just come pick me up? I have never picked this man up before. Do you think that crossed my head? No, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, whatever. You're my boyfriend. I've known you for a year. Basically the last 3 or 4 months of that year, we were spending every day together, sleeping at each other or him sleeping at my house. And I felt like I was going to pick up my mom. That's how I felt. Maybe it didn't stick out to me because, like I said, Steven had people drive him to my house before and left the car. And they would take his car, his friend, remember I told you Vic or whatever. And there was a couple times he had that happen. So I'm thinking in my head, that's why he wants me to pick him up. Okay. But again, I have never picked this man up. So I should have the fucking blinder should have went on at that time. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm leaving the police station right now. Where do you want me to meet you? And I'm like, send me an address. Now, again, I know he's always around Hartford. He's not in one place. So I'm thinking that I'm going to a house. I'm not expecting to go to his mom's house and pick him up. In that moment, I'm expecting he's somewhere busting a move and I'm going to go pick, he's just going to send me a random address. I'm going to go pick him up. That's where I was preparing to go. So he does. He sends me the address and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's Wadsworth Street in Hartford. Park Street is a very Hispanic street. Hartford is kind of divided. It's got the north end, which is I would say that's okay, so the north end does have a lot of Spanish people, but the south end is known for all Puerto Rican people. Park Street is a main drag. When I tell you, you know, like those streets that got like popping during the day, and then you got like all the addicts and shit, and homeless people at night. Like, it's people on that street 24/7. There's a Walgreens on that street, and then at that, where that Walgreens is, there's a street that goes down with some project. Like, there's a couple little projects on that, but there was a big main project there, and I believe it was Wadsworth Street. Yeah, it was Wadsworth. So he tells me, he's like, oh, here's the address. He texts me the address. So I put in my GPS and I get there. Now, I'm so laid back. He didn't just say like, oh, pick me up at 42 Wadsworth, because he knew already. I'd never been there, but he knew already that this was a project. So when he texted me the address, he told me something, again, this was 11 years ago. I don't know word for word what he said, but it was something like meet me at the first entrance next to the dumpster, or, you know, like park next to the, he said, he gave me some kind of landmark to park at, because there was multiple entrances to this little project, maybe like 2 or 3, very close together, but there was like 2 or 3. So I'm like, okay, bet. So I pull in, you know, like nothing. I drive from the police station. I probably got there in like 5-10 minutes. It was so close, maybe 10 minutes. I get there, I pull in to the parking lot. It never crossed my mind anything was going wrong. Like, me, I feel more safer. I'm going to pick up my man. Like, who the fuck gonna fuck with me? My man is in this project. Like, who gonna do something? Who? Somebody did. Somebody did. So sad as it is, somebody did. So we parked the car. Okay, right? So we parked the car. Oh my gosh. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me get myself together real quick. All right. Okay. So we parked the car wherever he told me to park the car. Like, I pull in, I park next to the mailboxes. I'm trying to give y'all the raw version. So here we go. Pull in, I park next to the mailboxes. My homegirl's on the side of me. We kicking it. You know how you are with your best friend, just chilling. Like, you're going to McDonald's, you're talking. Like, we like that. I remember smoking a cigarette. And I remember my homegirl had her feet crisscross sticking out the window. Okay? That's how chilled and laid back we were. We were just chilling in the car. I had the windows down. Like, we was chilling, talking. I text him, and I remember saying, hey, I'm here. I did tell him I was there. Okay? I'm like, hey, Steven, I'm here. Or, you know, whatever. Hey, babe, I'm here. I remember him texting me back and saying, bet, I'll come right down. Or like, I'll be right out. Something like that. Like, bet, I'll be right out. So I did get a text back from him, like, confirming he knows I'm here and he's coming downstairs. So again, I wasn't like looking out for him. I'm just like laid back talking to my homegirl, like, okay, he's about to go, and that's it. All of a sudden, this is the part that I really don't understand, first of all, too. All of a sudden, the back doors open, right? So me and my homegirl in the front, we're like I'm probably slumped. I can't show you, but I'm like this, you know, smoking a cigarette. She's chilling, and all of a sudden we jump because we hear the back doors. But we weren't expecting both back doors to open. We're only picking up one person, you know. So I kind of like jump. When I jump, I look, and obviously I don't see the person behind me, but I did, like, out of the peripheral vision, I seen the guy in the side of me. I knew he wasn't Steven, but he was, I don't know. He didn't look scary. He just looked like a normal guy. The guy behind my friend has a fucking face mask on. A black, you know, like the robber ones that everyone be wearing on TikTok. Yeah, so in that second, okay, I gotta try to make y'all understand this because I don't want y'all to judge me. In that second, the doors pop. I fling back like this. I see this guy out my side vision. I look back like this. I see the robber mask. But in those like 5 seconds that seemed like an hour, I'm thinking we're at a project. I got tints on the windows. I'm thinking somebody just jumped in my, you know, they're in the wrong car. I didn't think that for like a long time. I literally thought that for 2 or 3 seconds, milliseconds. But in that moment when them doors clicked open and I heard 2 doors and we're only waiting for one person and that's not my boyfriend, I'm thinking they're jumping in the wrong car. Okay? Whew. So, oh, and that's the part I'm trying to tell y'all. I still to this day, I do not know how he knew those doors were going to be unlocked. You get it? Like, any car you get in, some lock when you drive, whatever the case may be. I probably had child lock. I don't know how those doors were unlocked or if it would just so happen to work that way, because what would they have done if they weren't unlocked? I don't know how that happened. But the doors were unlocked, or they were able to get in, and they popped the doors open. So we're just chilling shit, talking, and two guys jump in my car. By the time I realized that this one has a face mask on, I know by then we're getting robbed. This ain't Steven. This ain't the wrong fucking car. Like, some bad shit's going down. But I never once thought that it was my boyfriend. I thought, here we are, two white-ass girls in this project. They probably, like, whoever these hood-ass dudes are, think that, they think that we, like, bait. They think we got money. We was probably broke. Like, we didn't have money like that. Like, maybe a couple hundred, that's it. And none of us had cash except for that $50. So, the first thing, let me move this. Whew, okay. The first thing first of all, let me tell you this. They jump in the car. The guy behind me does not, I'm going to keep saying these details over so you guys can really, like, feel like I just want you to understand what I went through that night. The guy behind me doesn't say anything. He's quiet. That's why I told you, he really wasn't scary looking. I think I even fucking smiled, but he was just like, he jumped in the back. This one, with the fucking ski mask on, he probably weighed all of 100 pounds. He was 5'3", but he was like, you could just feel the evilness on him, okay? The other guy was taller and more thicker, but I was more scared of this guy. And again, I'm almost 6 feet tall, and I definitely am not no skinny ass bitch. But that's what I'm telling you, that fear, he just had this aura of like he didn't give a fuck about nothing. So that's why I tell y'all to remember, my little baby girl, she was supposed to be back in that back seat, So what, can you imagine? Can y'all really, like, take yourself back there with me? Can you really imagine if my daughter was in the middle of that and these two guys jumped in? That's what scares the fuck out of me. Not me. Yes, I'm traumatized. But I just get so scared that I came this close to endangering my child like that. That's what scares me. How vulnerable and how much I, like, let a man fuck with my head and manipulate me. Okay, let's get back into it. So, they jump in the car. About 5-6 seconds go by. I realize that we are getting fucking robbed. As soon as I understood we were getting robbed, I don't know if TikTok's gonna kill my life, so we just gonna call it a piece, okay? Piece goes right to my head. I feel something on the back of my head. I don't know, like, I can't see it, but I know what's going on. I know there's a piece on my head. And let me tell y'all a little detail that I didn't know till later, but it was warm. I remember it being warm. Right when they put it, not after, like with the blood, right when they put it to my head, it was warm. And later on, I found out that that's because it was just shot off. Like, that's some scary ass fucking shit. It wasn't just an empty old gun. This was a freaking, I want to say Beretta. I don't know. It's a black, like, click gun like that. And he had it to my head, okay? My friends, the guy with the ski, first of all, let's go back. Do you remember I told you one guy has a ski mask on and one guy doesn't? The guy without the ski mask does not have the guy without, the one that I can see his face, Jose, we're going to call him because that's his name. I didn't know at the time, but Jose has the gun, the gun balls. He has the gun balls, okay? Gun balls to my head. The other one with the ski mask, he's hiding his face. He doesn't have any gun balls. No gun balls. But he, right away, as soon as the gun balls was on my head, he was like, nah, I want, no, he was like, this is what he said. Where's the money at, bitch? And I'm like, what money? Oh my God. In that moment, you're like, you start like pricing everything that you have. Like, okay, wait. I got like $5 here and 10. And I'm trying to think. And I'm like, wait, what money? And I'm like, we don't have money on, like, we carry cash. I think my homegirl I think she had like $20 or $30 shoved in her bra. So he kept, again, at first, none of us kind of were like, just here, boom, here's our money. We kind of like were in shock. Is this really happening? So he said it a couple times. Each time he said, where's the money? I told him we didn't have any. My homegirl was kind of like excited, but I was the one talking. And I was like, I don't have any money. Like, what do you want me to give you? I don't have no money. Like, what are you talking about? And again, I'm like going through some shit where I don't know what the fuck's going down. He got upset. By the second or third time I said we didn't have no money, he told the guy without the ski mask to hit me with the gumballs. Okay? So he was like, hey, please, if you just tapped in, just understand what we talking about when we say gumballs, okay? So he's like, hit her with it. No, he was like, this is what he said, hit that bitch. I got cracked on the head. I got gumball whipped. I got gumball whipped. That's the best word I could use to describe it, because I don't want to say nothing that TikTok's going to kick off this live, because it's an important live. Why is my unstable connection? That's the story of my life. Hold on. Let's wait for my connection to click back in. Maybe I need a breather. 99 new messages. I'm not looking at any of these, but let me just make sure. Why is my connection unstable? Okay, we're good. So, again, like I said, the first 1 or 2 times I told him we didn't have no money, nothing really happened. He just got more, he got more scary, and he was, where's the fucking money at, bitch? I never realized that he kept saying the money. He never really said, where's, like, give me money, I want your money, or your money, where's your money at? He never said that. He said the money the whole time. Where the money at, bitch? Where the money at, bitch? I must have told this man 15 times that I didn't have no money. Every single time I told them, because I forgot the money was up in the visor. At least that was $50. I know it wasn't going to do shit, but there was something. We didn't have no cash at all. Like I said, my homegirl had a couple dollars in her bra, but until we got to that point, I mean, she probably had $20. Like, what was that going to really fucking do? You think these guys was doing all this for $20? No, we knew they wanted big money, and we were just so confused why they wanted it from us. Because we was we wasn't broke. We was some mediocre bitches, okay? We definitely wasn't flossing. I did have a very nice car, though. Please note. I had a very nice car with tints, a system, rims. So maybe in my head, I thought that's what kind of caught them. Like, they thought, okay. That's why I thought it was a random fucking event. All right. So every time I tell him that I don't have money, the one with the ski mask that doesn't have any gumballs, every time I tell him that, because the other one's not talking, really. He really didn't say much. But this little one with the ski mask, Vic, he's running the show. Every time I tell him that I don't have no money, he demands that the other guy, hit that bitch again. Make her remember where the fucking money at. And I got hit with the gumballs over and over until I finally felt water coming down, which I thought was sweat, but it was stinging me. So that's how I knew I was bleeding. Like, he cracked my head open. That's how much he hit me so bad that, like, and let me tell you, every time he hit me with the gumballs, I thought that the gumballs was gonna come out, okay? You know, like, I thought it was gonna set the gumballs off. So I was fucking paranoid. Like, it was, oh my God, I can't even tell y'all. Like, I remember somebody saying to me, well, it's not like you got shot with gumballs. You only got whipped with them. And I was like, that was even more scary, because you don't know, like, you're getting hit. Imagine getting hit 15. At the end, it was like 30 times, 20 to 30 times I got hit. I got cracked over the head. I lost count because I was so disoriented from getting hit so much. First of all, I'm in shock. And now I'm getting assaulted and I'm bleeding and I don't know who these people are. And I'm telling you, I was so out of my fucking mind. So, we're going back and forth. He's asking for money. I'm telling him we don't have money. I'm getting hit. About halfway through, again, I told you I got hit like 20 to 30 times with the gumballs. About halfway through that, my homegirl was like, oh no, he caught wind that my homegirl has some cash right here. He said, what's that? And when he saw the money, he said to us, the guy with the mask, take your you know what? Fucking take your clothes off. I don't know that he just saw that money, okay? I'm thinking we're about to get raped. You must have been able to read it on my face, because the guy behind me that had the gumballs in his hand with no mask, he whispered, because he's sitting right behind me. He must have been able to just sense how scared I got. Because this man whispered to me, not like this, but, you know, like he whispered low enough, don't worry, we're not going to rape you. That's how, like, he just demanded us take our clothes. First of all, I don't get naked in front of my own damn man. And you want me to get naked in this car in the middle of the I can't even explain to y'all how fucking in shock and crazy. And it was, so, I didn't know what to do. But at that point, I was willing to get naked if it meant saving my life. I will tell you guys that I've told my daughter this story so many times. While this was all happening, okay, let me say this first. He did not end up making us take our clothes off because my homegirl just pulled a little bit of money out, and she was like, she like flipped her bra down, and he made me do that too, like flip my bra down, make sure I have no money. And he saw it was on like $20-$30. That's when I remembered that I had the 50 up there, you know, on the visor. So I was like, oh shit. And I went to go grab it and give him the 50. I remember him taking that 50 and that maybe $20 or $30 she had, and he threw it back at us like this. What the fuck I want that for? What the fuck I'm gonna do with that? That's what he said to us. Can you imagine how fucking scared I got? I didn't have any money. And now I just came up with fucking $70 for you, and you gonna throw it at me? Like, what's gonna happen fucking next? I'm telling you. So I remember at this point, I started getting hit with the gumballs again. Again, demanding, where's the money? Every time I tell them that I don't have the money. Okay, I'll tell you this part too. Every time I say I don't have the money, the ski mask guy tells the one behind me, hit that bitch. He's running the show. The guy with the little one, he's running the show. But he don't have no gumballs. No gumballs in his hand, okay? So he's hitting my homegirl with his fist. But again, did he hit her? I think I got hit a lot worse with the gumballs. But she got hit with fists. You know, like maybe, I'm going to say out of the 30 times I got hit, she probably got hit like 6. Because I think it's a lot harder to actually punch a woman with your hands like that, you know. Plus, he was probably like, I think he, obviously, he knew that in this, I didn't know at the moment, but he knew this was a setup. So he knew that I was the one that was supposed to have the money. So they weren't really hitting her like that. It was me they was going after, okay? So, and I just could not understand how my head is open, I'm gushing blood, and this man is still fucking telling this other man to hit me more. Like, hit her again, hit her fucking again. I remember I had this little picture, and I have it on my Facebook still. It's my daughter. I'll put it up on TikTok later. It's a little picture of my daughter. She was the cutest little Tinkerbell when she was 4. And it was at her school. She had this little picture. We threw this costume together real quick, but I just remember it was this adorable picture of her dressed like Tinkerbell. And I had it on my dash. You know how you put on that, like where your speedometer is, you put pictures? So I had the picture of my daughter there. I remember getting hit at one point. I don't remember where in this story, but at one point I got hit, and I picked my head up and I looked at that little picture, and I thought to myself, like, that's it. This is how I'm going to die. Like, that's it. This little girl, I can't even say it right now. And I've told her this story so many times too. I really thought that I was going to make it home that night. And all I thought was, it wasn't about like, was I scared? Yeah, I was scared. But I was more scared, like, what's going to happen to my daughter? You know, like how, like, that's what, it wasn't that I wasn't going to make it home. It was that I was going to make it home to her, you know? And I will, that just, again, see, it triggers me, you know? But again, I'm good. Don't worry. I'm going to get myself where I need to be. I'm not going to say too, like, if I need to take a break, I'm going to take a break. But that was definitely the turning point right there, where it was just, I accepted I was going to die that night. I knew, like, the guys seen my face. I mean, I seen their face. They seen, like, I was like, okay, there's no way. They only have one ski mask. I knew. Like, you just, I don't know how to explain it. You accept it. Like you almost tell yourself, like, okay, this is how it's going to end. But I was more scared for how my daughter was going to wake up the next day and not have a mom, and how she was going to grow up and hear this story. That shit was traumatizing for me. In that moment, I didn't think about her being there, but after, you know, imagine my daughter having to go through all this. Oh my gosh. Imagine. So, all right, let's move on from that part. So, this is what happens. Finally, he gets tired of me saying I don't have the money or any money, right? So, I want to, wait, you know what? Because when we get to this whole plot twist at the end, there's like a whole part that goes down. I want you to remember this. Remember I told you the guy told me that he wasn't going to rape us? Like, he was kind of, y'all wasn't there with me, okay? I can only explain this to you. The guy behind me, the one that actually had the gumballs on him, he didn't know what he was doing that night, okay? He got himself in some shit. I don't know if he owed these people something or they gave him a different story or scenario of what was going to happen, but he did not know. I can just tell you, I was there. His body language, the way he communicated with us, he was trying to like assure us that we were going to be okay. And he was the one with the actual weapon. But you see how I kept telling you, the other one was running the show. So, it got to a point where I was cracked so hard over my head that I remember I couldn't even speak anymore because I was so, like, delirious, I guess, because, like, my head was in a million pieces. I keep getting hit. I'm traumatized. I'm in shock. All this is going on. And again, I think the guy behind me noticed that, or he had a conscience and he felt bad and he showed some remorse. This guy with the ski mask on showed no remorse. He kept demanding that this man hit me still because I didn't have any more money. But the guy behind me that had the gumballs on him, he was, I don't know how to explain this to you. Okay, I'm going to give y'all a visual. This is what, at first, when he's hitting me, he's doing that, bang, 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 like this, right? He cracks my head open, I'm bleeding. He must have felt bad for me at some point because this is what started to happen. He would throw his hand back like he was going to go hard. So this guy thought he was hitting me hard. But in that last moment, he would pull up. So he's really going like this. Like, I can't even, like, he's not hitting me hard. Actually, the blows were less. But he was, that's how I tell you, like, I saw him. He was putting on a show for this guy. He was trying to, like, protect me. And I know that sounds crazy because he was still wrong. He was wrong. Whoever this guy is, he's wrong. He shouldn't have done this. He was fucked up. But that just showed me, like, remorse. There was a chance for this man to be somebody after jail. There wasn't a chance for this man to be somebody after jail. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, he started to like pull back. That guy, honestly, that guy never caught on. That's just something I remember. I'll always remember that. If you read the news article is actually, that's what it's about. But okay, so this is what happens. I have this idea because now I'm like, do or die. I got to save my life. And I say to him, I remember being like, okay. Now I'm talking to little one. I'm like, here, take my car keys. Take my car. My car, like I told y'all, I had a very nice car. It had rims. I mean, like paid off. Like everyone knew that was my car. Paid off, rims, system. I had tints. Like it was a nice car. So I'm thinking, I don't have no cash. You keep demanding cash. We ain't gonna get no further. Take my car. Maybe he was so desperate at that moment because he knew he was there for something that I didn't have. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a random act. So I'm trying to like offer up everything. I don't even remember. I was like, here, take my cell phone. I'm just trying to give him whatever I got. But he did. The car thing worked. I don't know how, but he was like, all right, bet. And he grabbed my keys and he told us to get the fuck out the car. He didn't tell us to run. He didn't tell us to go nowhere. He said, get the fuck out the car. So I get out. My homegirl gets out. We jumped out so quick we didn't have shoes on. We didn't have no shoes on because we had like flip-flops and, whatever. Nah, flip-flops was still in the car. Purse in the car, wallet. You're not thinking about grabbing your shit when you got fucking armed robbery. Now, mind you, this whole scenario was about like 15 to 20 minutes long. Not one time did I think, where the hell is my fucking boyfriend? I kept thinking in my head at one point, like, my man about to come out these fucking projects. He gonna come and he gonna whoop one of y'all asses when he sees what you doing to me. Because I really thought this was something random. So when he tells us to get out the car, that's when shit just went down. Like, I didn't even feel, like, I tried to say this in my story. I did not feel when I got out that car, like, I was like, okay, whew, we made it. No. I felt like that's it. Like, now we seen them. Well, what's going to happen next? They're going to kill us. Not one person in this project came outside. Again, maybe they didn't hear us, whatever the case may be. Not one fucking person came outside during this whole ordeal. So now we're outside of the car. And again, it was probably only a minute that we were outside of the car, but it seemed like forever. I know you hear people say that as true story when you're in something traumatic. It seemed like forever. And I remember him saying, I remember me and my homegirl kind of like, okay, she's on the passenger side, on this side. He says, he was like, all right, bet. And he takes the keys and he says, get out the fucking car. I get out the car. And he says something to the guy behind me, the one that didn't have the face mask on, in Spanish, which obviously I understand Spanish, but in that moment he says something to him and he takes off running. So I'm trying to understand like what just happened. He basically told him in Spanish, he was like, it's done. Go. Like dale, like trying to feel like the job is done. The job is done. Go. You know, kind of thing. So again, I don't know if he didn't know I spoke Spanish, why he said it in Spanish, whatever the case may be. Both of them spoke English. But he said it in Spanish. And that guy that has the gun balls in his hand, okay, I'm getting ready for him to shoot me. He takes off running, and the guy with the mask takes off in my car. So we're just standing there like, wait a minute, are we like really gonna get out of this shit? Like, you know, like, and then what do you do fucking next? What do you fucking do next? I'm in the middle of nowhere. Well, not nowhere, but I didn't want to move because you see, one of them took off this way around the project, and with the car, they took my car. The guy that took my car a little short. Oh, God, I hate him. I fucking hate him. He took off with the car this way. So these were my only two options to run. Okay, the projects are here. I can either go right or left. I didn't want to go either way because right was one way, you know, like I didn't know what to do. I didn't want them to think I was chasing the car or whatever. So me and my homegirl kind of look at each other and we're like, fuck it, we're going to chase. We're not going to chase. We're going to go the way the guy that has the weapon on him go. Not that we're just going to run to a Walgreens and it just happened to be that way. But most of the time you would think you're going to run away from the weapon. But in that case, we were going to run towards this Walgreens because that's the only thing. By this time it was like, I don't know, I want to say like 11 o'clock, 11:30. And that's the only thing we could think was open. It's like a pop-in Walgreens on Wadsworth Street in Hartford. Whew. Okay. Y'all, we are not even halfway through. But I'm going to give you the whole story. So here we go. We're probably going to take a break in a couple minutes though, because I need to get myself together here. I'm like getting ready. You see when I get ready like this, I get anxious. All right, so here we go. We get out the car. This was a crazy part too. We run. Remember I told you we run with the guy that had the weapon. He went this way. We take off that way. And we see like 3 or 4 guys going like this around the building and peeking at us. I got scared shitless because I'm thinking that they're trying to see where we're at. But in reality, they were trying to see if we were gone yet. Like they were waiting for us to leave. So, and I didn't know who those guys was, obviously, at the end. I found out, like, y'all already know it was my boyfriend, but I didn't know at the time. I just saw eyes, you know, like, you're traumatized in this moment. So, we take off bolting, no shoes. I'm a big-ass girl. My homegirl's mad scared. We just looked crazy. Running down fucking Park Street with no shoes on. Probably needles. I don't know what those are. Oh, those are more pennies you throwing at me? Thank you. We're dipping right towards Walgreens, and there's cars around. I didn't think to stop any car, nothing. I want to get to Walgreens. So we run. Nothing happened from the time we got. Walgreens was probably, I want to say like 200 feet away, maybe. It was like, when I think about it, it was like one time running around the track. A normal track, it was like that. So we run to the Walgreens. Now we run in this Walgreens. That again, it's not like a late night. Like this Walgreens probably had like 10, 15 people in it. We run in there. I'm gushing blood all everywhere. I have a tank top on. There's blood everywhere. I'm trying to hold my head. No shoes on. My homegirl's like lumped up. She, like I said, she got hurt, but nothing crazy. But she was hurt still. We're gonna acknowledge her pain too, okay? Because I was not just the only victim. When we run in there, the first thing I say to them is, somebody call the cops. Now, guys, remember, I don't have no keys. I don't have no purse. I have no phone. We don't have nothing, okay? And I wasn't about to stop a car or potential, like, I didn't know who, by that time, I didn't know who to trust or who was, like, I was in these projects I didn't know nothing about. Nobody helped me when all this shit went down. I wanted to get to Walgreens where I knew that was, like, a neutral place. So we run in there and we're like, call 911, please. I remember screaming, I just got carjacked. I always say carjacked. But in reality, I gave them my car, you know, to save my life. And that's how they took it. So, yeah, it was a carjacking. But I ran in there and I was like, oh my God, I just got robbed. I got carjacked. Like, call the police. So they call the police. And I think at that point, I remember being like, where the fuck was Steven? But I never saw that coming. I never thought that man would have betrayed me like that. I never thought that he said, you know, this whole time we're waiting for the cops to get there, which it only took like 3 minutes, and they had every cop in Hartford there. That's it. So the whole time that we're waiting for the cops to get there, I'm thinking in my head that I pulled up to the wrong spot. I'm like, oh my fucking God, I was at the wrong spot. Like, I should have been on the left, or I was on the right, or I should have been in this driveway or that, or maybe it was the project across the street. And I'm thinking, like, my boyfriend was that close to there and he couldn't protect, you know, like I never thought that he had anything to do with this, even at that point. And here's where it gets even better. I told y'all, now we're getting to the halfway mark, not at the end. We're getting to the half fucking way mark, because it gets way more crazier here. All right, you know what? Actually, I'm sorry to do this to y'all, but it's a good time. Can we just like take like a little 5-minute break? Because a bitch needs to like, I'm hot because the bitch is like, I need to relax myself down a little bit. So actually, I'll turn these comments on for a second. We're going to take a 5-minute break. And don't worry, like, I'm literally legit going to take a 5-minute break. And I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to tell you how I found out. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Give me a couple of minutes and we're going to come back to it. There's still so many more parts to this story. But I'm going to give you the full story from where we're at right now to the way end. Like, to the way end. To, like, where we are today. That's where I'm giving you the whole story. And like I told you, we are at the halfway mark. There's so many more fucking crazy. If you was here for the last story time, you know, like, this story is fucking crazy. You think that this would be the end of it, but it's not. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Smoke a cigarette. Woo. Who you telling? All right. Yo, I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I don't know how else to say that. TikTok throws a filter on here. Look, I'm going to try to do this. See my face? When you go live, I'll be telling people this. You don't know this, but when you go live on TikTok, I gotta catch my breath. They automatically put a filter on you. Like, you hit live, you can't even, well, you could adjust it, but you don't have no option. You know how, like, most of the times you could choose an option? Now, TikTok be like, bitch, we gonna fix you. We gonna fix you. Let me see what you working with before you go live. It's like having a little makeup artist. So y'all can't really see the redness. I'm gonna try to get out the filter. Y'all see? See how red my cheeks are? All right. We need some air. I'm gonna smoke the cigarette. And we're gonna come back. And then we're gonna come back to it. All right. Oh, my phone almost went out the fucking window. No fucking cap. Hey, who followed me? I appreciate that. So what y'all can see for red is even worse than that. Trust me. Y'all can't see half of the red that it actually is. When I get anxious, my cheeks get so red. And then if I don't sleep, look, see? Y'all see now? That's it right there. Y'all see the red? When I don't sleep, even more fucking red. Hold on, my bad. It was my battery was dying. I gotta remember to charge it real quick. I'm 36 now, and it was 11 years ago. So I was what? 24. I had Ariana on my 21st birthday. I'm gonna smoke this cigarette, then we're gonna get back into it. No, I wasn't 18. I didn't have Ariana till I was 21. So, and she was 4. Yeah, you know what's funny? I heard that too. Like, I used to have a little nephew. Or, you know, Mason used to have his cheeks red like that. And that was his blood pressure. But I don't have, like, no high blood pressure or none. I'm actually pretty healthy. Yeah. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, I said that wrong. I'm sorry. We don't share the same birthday. I meant like when I had her, I was 21. I remember I spent my 21st birthday pregnant, like 9 months pregnant. I had her in June. Okay, so I didn't. I was like 6 months pregnant. But I remember me and my 21st birthday and I couldn't drink because I was pregnant. Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. My blood pressure. We getting going. Okay, that makes sense. All right, all right. Y'all got me. That makes perfect sense. I guess tonight I got high blood pressure. Have I been in counseling? I have the same therapist for, God, 6 years now. That's why I'm able to be here to tell you the story. Shut up. You always tell me I look like, yo, you know what's crazy? My cheeks, when I get like this is like my PTSD. Or like you said, when my blood pressure gets high, my cheeks get like this and people think this is makeup. They be like, oh, your blush is so cute. Like, bitch, this don't go away. Can't get it to fucking go away. And I'm blushed. Go get your ice cream. Go get it. Go get it. Y'all have no idea. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all have no idea. We're halfway through. Tell me how strong I am when we get to the end, okay? Tell me how strong I am when we get there. Cause that's why I'm here. You know the biggest question. Oh, I thought that was my daughter saying she craved the cigarette. I'm about to beat her ass. Thank you for everyone to say I'm so pretty. I appreciate that. You're making me feel good. I'm about to pop these earrings off. What was I gonna say? I forgot now. Does anyone remember what I was just about to say? Crazy. I can't remember. But anyways, oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Okay, it was fucking with me because I want to tell you the number one question everybody fucking asks me, everybody, is are you scared? Are you scared? Are you scared? He's coming home next year. He's scared. When I get to the rest of the story, you're going to understand why he did this to me. And I think he wasn't in his right state of mind. And I don't think his intentions were to hurt. Like, he wasn't like, oh, this bitch has to die. But he needed something. And he was willing to take that chance. So I don't think he's going to come out after me. But that's not really important. What's important is, you see, I know Steven's manipulation. You guys don't. So it was important for me to get my story out there because it's a more of a chance that he's going to come after one of y'all. And I don't mean like, please, let me not scare you guys. I don't mean it like that. But he's going to come after a random person and manipulate them, not kill them, but he's going to come after a random person and manipulate them and fuck with their head and do all this crazy shit he did to me. He's going to do that to somebody else before he'll do it to me again. Feel me? Because I already know I'm strong. Like, I'm past that. Feel me? My immune system is built up to that. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here for all the potential victims. That's what I said from day one. I'm here for all the potentials. And now we're at like, what, 600,000 people that seen his face? By saying my story, it actually helps me. You know, that sounds crazy, but it does. It helps me. Yeah, I'm going to get to that part. I'm going to get to that part. We're going to get to why he did it, when he said sorry, when he apologized. Y'all, the carjacking wasn't... He didn't just carjack me, okay? We got a whole nother fucking traumatic event coming. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Ever, period. Period. You're never going to have a girlfriend. That's what, though. I didn't expect the fucking video to go viral like that. I thought the video was gonna catch, like, I called my daughter as soon as I seen it start popping off, like I'm talking about like 75, 100 likes. I told my daughter, Ariana, you right here. Tell me if I was not wrong. Did I not tell you when I told you this story and we talked about it 2 weeks ago? Did I not tell you this fucking story was gonna catch a viral? I was like, I was procrastinating putting it up because I didn't want it to go crazy viral. But then finally, it was getting closer to the day he comes home, you know, like he comes home in April. So I'm like, I got to get the story up there. So I did. And I was expecting it. I was expecting to catch a viral in Connecticut. You feel me? Like I was expecting like a couple thousand people to see it and at least get his face all over Connecticut. Not the whole fucking world. I mean, let me tell you, China is prepared for him to come out. Everybody prepared for him to come out. Netherlands, Canada, we all prepared. That's what I call it. That's what I call it. Ariana, did I not call you and be like, yo, that shit just caught a viral? That's what I call it. Catching a viral. Yeah, but we didn't think, like, not for nothing. That's what I was trying to tell y'all before. I'm happy that the story got out there. But it's hard. It's hard when your shit go viral. I'm actually I was born in Florida. Yeah, he served time in Massachusetts. If I skip your question, it's because we're going to answer it in a couple of minutes anyways when I get to the rest of the story, so. Hey, that's the new shit. Catch a viral. It caught a viral. Actually, when I called her, I said it just caught. I was like, oh, it's on a viral. That's what I said. He's Puerto Rican. I only date Puerto Rican guys. Not that, listen, I'm not Tracy Barbie, okay? I don't have no problem. Everyone always asks me, I'm like, why don't you date white guys? Or even black guys. I don't know. They just never hit on me. It's always Puerto Rican guys, so I don't know. That's just what happens. Why I never had a white guy hit on me. I think I'm too intimidating for a white guy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my daughter's on the live. My daughter. Ari, show face. Show face, baby girl. Show face. Fuck Tracy. That girl Tracy Barbie, she's fucking crazy. She is fucking crazy. Oh, thank you, Chief. That's her right there. The moderator. That's my baby. Ari, did you have to mute anybody? JG, do not even fucking ask who Tracy Barbie is. If you don't fucking know, just don't even go looking. Don't go down that fucking TikTok wormhole. Just don't do it. Ari, I'm like, Ari, who you love? How old is my daughter? She's 15. She looks like she's 20. See? Yo, if we had a whole group of like women who just shared each other's stories, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, I wish I could date a guy and be like, hold on, let me go put his social in this little app. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, look, he fucked this bitch. Or, oh, he smacked this. Oh, he went to jail here. No, Why don't we have that? Why do we not have that? We need an app. Put some information in. Hold on, I gotta put my phone on charger. We need an app that we could put some information in and just know, like, what happened to our ex. You know, with our new boyfriends. Like, wait, I just met this guy. I want to know what he was all. Now, I don't want his background. I want to know what his ex said. That's what I want to know. Whew, I'm gonna stand up for the rest of the story time for a little bit. I gotta get the charger and shit, so just rock with me for a minute. Where is the charger? Alright, if you know any of the answers to the questions, just answer them for me. Or if you guys know. Because I'm going to get us ready. Just getting late, you feel me? So we're gonna get to the rest of the story. Why is my charger not working? Hold on. Alright, there we go. Alright, give me a couple minutes, y'all. I'm just getting ready. I'm fucking hot, so I'll be right back. My glasses. All right, I think we're ready. About to get comfy though. My bra is always showing up. Y'all got one boob that is bigger than the other? Because I do. This one is small. This one. So my bra always like shows like that. Like, what the fuck? This is me getting ready for bed. Ready? I'm not getting ready for bed, but this is me getting comfy for the story. Oh, what a fucking vibe. I love that. That's my favorite part. Alright. Hold on. We gotta throw this away. No, I didn't even eat my nuggets. I did not eat my nuggets. Yeah, my comments is down again. My best friend's neighbor. What? Oh, that's crazy. Yo, let me get the X Facts. I want that shit. We copyrighting that right there. The X Facts. Yo, let me get the X Facts on this dude. All right, I'm getting ready. I'm doing my next pre-story stretches. Whoever put story question mark, we got through half of it. We about to do the second half right now. Hey, my nail tech in the house. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She said the X Facts. I want the X Facts too. Like, let me run his social through that X Facts real quick. Let me hear what his baby mama gotta say about him. Cause let me tell you, I be writing reviews for days. For days, I be writing reviews. All my exes will have like statements, like paragraphs, like see the back of the page type shit. Yeah, I could tell y'all a legit story time on each one of my exes. Each one of them. Alright, y'all ready? Google review. Alright, let me know if y'all ready. I'm ready. Yes, let's go. Pumping these arms up. That's what I want to call it, the X Facts. Let's call it the X Facts. Alright, ready? Alright, here we go. Hold on, I just gotta get this washcloth wet because I'm telling you, my cheeks is like on fire. Look at that. Look at that fucking blush. That's natural, baby. You can't do this. Look at my blood pressure blush. We gonna have to copyright that color too. Blood pressure blush. Blood pressure blush. Oh, that feels so good. Okay. All right. So I'm going back to story time. Ari, you here? I'll make sure my baby not peeing or something. Let mom know you're here. Okay. All right, I'm swiping the comments down. We're going to go back into the story. And hopefully we could just, like, rock through the rest of it. All right. Shh. Hold on. We got to swipe them comments down for a minute. Okay. All right, so where was we at? I'm at Walgreens, right? That's where we left off? Hold on. We did leave off, yeah. I got to turn the comments on for a second. Did we leave off at Walgreens? When I was running in Walgreens? Somebody tell me. Yeah? Running in though, right? Okay. Comments going away. Okay. So I run into Walgreens with my friend. Okay, so I'm trying to get myself back in the mood because that's the best way for me to tell you a story. So we're barefoot. We run in Walgreens. I'm gushing blood. Sis is all, my best friend, she all fucking lumped up. We run into Walgreens. Why does it keep... I don't know why it keeps lagging. Let me know if it keeps lagging. I can't even tell y'all to let me know. Ari, if it keeps lagging, call me. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna fix this. This is pissing me off before I get into this. I think it's just my Wi-Fi acting up, and it was doing really good when we were in this corner, so we're going back to the corner. Okay, back to the corner. Come on, kicking the Wi-Fi. Oh. Unstable. I'm just waiting for it to say that. Okay, good connection. All right. So I run inside the Walgreens. I'm screaming, call 911. They call 911. Again, remember, I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have a wallet. I didn't have money. I didn't have nothing. So I tell them to call 911. It was probably, I'm going to say it took the cops like 5 minutes to get there. Every cop in Hartford came to that Walgreens. They were very good about that. Like within 5 minutes, we had the whole shit lit up. Ambulances, fire trucks, every fucking police officer, detectives, the dogs, everything was there. In those 5 minutes, I was trying to tell y'all too, in the 5 minutes before the cops came, I remember thinking, like, why didn't Steven come? Where's Steven? I gotta get to Steven. I gotta tell Steven what just fucking happened to me, because I'm like, my boyfriend gonna fuck me. He gonna handle, you feel me? Like, I'm like, nah, he coming, he gonna get him. But no, you understand, like, it never crossed my mind that I just want y'all to really understand that in that moment, I was oblivious to the fact that Steven set me up. Now, obviously, other people weren't oblivious because when the police arrived, I remember the detectives, like, I had to tell the cops over and over, like, you got to tell this cop what happens. And then the sergeant comes and you got to tell him the story. And then these cops are coming and they want you to tell them the story again, too. Like, it's annoying, to have to tell the story to everybody. But I remember the detective, he asked me, like, why were you guys out here? You guys aren't from Hartford. What the fuck are you guys doing out here? And when I said to him, I remember saying to him, we came out here to pick up my boyfriend. He gave me this fucking look, like, he knew right there. I got set up. He knew my boyfriend set me up. That his eye contact, when I look back and think about it, he knew my boyfriend set me up. He didn't say, he was smart though. He didn't say anything. See, he wasn't like, oh, your man set you up, He was like, oh, okay, yeah. But he gave me that look like, sweetheart. So this is where he got smart. He said, here, you want to use my phone and call your boyfriend? And I was like, okay. Because I remember him saying, like, we got to talk to him anyways, because you were on, like, again, they knew what they were doing, but I was oblivious to it. So the cop gives me his phone. Again, wait, actually, I don't want to say it the wrong way. If it wasn't the cop, I used the Walgreens phone, but I'm pretty sure it was the cop that gave me his phone. Somebody gives me a phone. I call Steven. Steven picks up the phone. This man, he deserves an Oscar. This is how he picks up the phone. What's up, babe? Where you at? Like, where the fuck are you? I can't find you. Where's your phone? You're not picking up your phone. I'm like, I'm at fucking Walgreens. I just got fucking robbed. I just got carjacked. My head's cracked open. They're going to take me to the hospital. I don't want to go anywhere. Like, I wanted Steven with me, okay? Because in that moment, that's my boyfriend, and he's my protector. That's why it's hard for me to understand all this, the betrayal, because this was my protector. He wasn't a monster in my eyes at that time. I wanted my guard dog with me, you know, like I did not feel safe. These people had my car, my keys. I don't know who they were. And the fact that this could happen, I just wanted him next to me. So I refused to go anywhere without him. But I mean, it wasn't even like, let me tell you, it wasn't like I had to convince him to come. When I called him, he was like, oh, I'm right around the corner from there. And I was like, I know, I just fucking tried to go pick you up. You know, remember? But he was like, I'll be right fucking there. Like, that's the attitude he had, was like, where you at? Tell me what the fuck happened. I'm going to go handle them. I remember when he got there, the cops he showed up within like 5-10 minutes. He drove his car there, which was real crazy too, because I was like, wait, you had your car the whole time? Again, oh my bad, Amazon sending me messages. So he's like, oh, you know, as soon as he gets there, he comes out. Like, this man played the role to a T. He busts open the door. He's like, you know, when the cops have to like calm him down, let us take care of it. Let us take care of it. Yeah, he did all that. Okay. Like he was going to go, you know, grab a blick and handle with the whole block was going to get shut down. And in my head, I don't know, when I think back, I just feel how stupid I was, but okay. So Steven shows up. This it really wasn't that much that happened. When he showed up, the cops questioned him, they questioned me, and they wanted us to go to the hospital, obviously, and get checked out. I had to get stitches, so we did that. I didn't have a car, obviously, so when we got all through with this, I remember the cop was like, somehow I remember Steven being like, don't worry, I'm coming with you, like, I'm not leaving your side, okay? I'm thinking, oh, I got this wonderful, look at my boyfriend. Look at, he is so concerned about me. No, he just wanted to make sure that he knew what was going on with the case. Okay. But from my perspective, I'm like, look at my boyfriend, you know, like he really cares about me. This was like a turning point for my relationship with him in my eyes. Like, look at him. I remember him saying to me that night, but like, what, we were still at Walgreens, and he's like, listen, I'm coming home with you. Listen, you're not coming out of my sight. I'm driving you to work tomorrow. Mind you, I still didn't have a car or none. So he's like, I'm driving you to work tomorrow. I'm staying at your house. We're staying together 24/7. Like, I do not want you by yourself. That's why I felt, and I always, this is the best way I can explain to you, like a knight in shining armor. Like, he just came to my rescue, you know, like he took away all that fear and anxiety. Because I was like, these monsters are fucking out here. And who knows? Maybe they don't want... Now they know that I've... Like, all the cops are at Walgreens. They know I fucking told the cops. Are they going to come to my fucking house? They have my address. They have my driver's license. They have my car insurance, car paperwork, all that. My keys. They had keys on my fucking front door. They could walk in. This whole fucking time, I'm taking Steven home with me to protect me. And he's the fucking people that let them in. Like, that's the crazy part. But it's not the craziest part. It's not the craziest part. So we leave the Walgreens. Again, he brings me and my friends with me. She didn't have her car because she was with me. So he brings us to the hospital. We go to the hospital in the ambulance. And then we leave with Steven. And he brought me and my friend back to my house. Now, by this time, it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So my friend's just like, listen, I'm going to stay at your house. And I'll just, you know, like tomorrow I'll get home. I don't think she had her car either. So she was like, tomorrow I'll get home. So... she came back to the house too. Okay, so it's me and Steven. We walk in with my friend. She goes to sleep on my couch. And me and Steven, I went downstairs. I got my daughter. I brought her upstairs. I put her in her bed. I went to bed with Steven. And I know, like, I shouldn't be sharing these details, but I want y'all to really get the raw understanding of how betrayed I felt. How manipulative, how taken advantage, how stupid I felt. I slept with this man that night. Okay? I brought him into my house after this. Unwell, I didn't know. I brought him home. I slept with him. I woke up the next morning. I cooked him breakfast. I remember cooking him breakfast, and we had like a kitchen living room attached. And I remember he was playing with Ariana while I was cooking breakfast. And I remember, like I told y'all, this was a turning point. And at that moment, it was definitely a turning point. But at that moment, it was a turning point for my relationship. I remember looking at him like he was my hero, like, damn, I could really see, like, I'm watching him play with my daughter, and I'm like, damn, I could really see myself build a future with him, and he's just like tickling her, and he was playing like the perfect husband, stepfather. Now, this is how fucking sick this man is. The night before, he didn't know my daughter wasn't in that car with me. In his eyes, my daughter was supposed to be in that car with me. Okay? He did not know. Like, I never said to him, Ariana's at home. That never came out my mouth. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think why I had to tell him that. So in that moment, he was prepared for me to have my child in that car when he set this up. And he came home with me, slept with me, and woke up the next day and played with my child. Okay? Talk about betrayal. Talk about betrayal. And do you think it ends there? No, it don't end there. So now, I still don't know for sure that it's Steven. Damn, almost 300 of y'all tapped in now. So at that point, I still don't know that it's Steven, okay? You got to understand, when I look back at it now, like I said, there's so many red flags. But in that moment, I was looking at this man like he was my hero. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why. Can't even, let me not even make it up an excuse, because I don't know. I was looking at this man like he just was everything to me. So that day, we spent the day together. Again, that was like a Sunday. I told you this happened on like a Friday or Saturday. I remember that day we like cooked breakfast, hung out all day. He did start staying at my house for like 2 or 3 nights. He stayed with me. If he had to go to Hartford, he would not, that was the only thing he would not take me with him for. He would always be like, okay, go downstairs with your cousin, or make sure your friend is here. My best friend that was with me that night, her name is Kim. He was like, make sure Kim's with you. Like, but he would take me everywhere with him because he didn't want to let me go by his side. And again, understand, I'm thinking he's so protective of me. Look at my man. He loves me so much. He doesn't want nothing else to happen to me. No, he didn't want to let me go by his side because he didn't want to get the cops to get to me. He didn't want the cops to call and put something in my head, like spark that little flame. So, for the next 2 or 3 days, I had no car. I had no debit card. I had no license. I had nothing. Okay. So I couldn't get my access to my cash because in order to go to the bank, you need like proof of ID to take out money. It was just hectic for the next couple of days. And I thought I was going to lose my job. I did end up losing my job, but why am I freezing? Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all. All right, there we go. Good connection. Y'all, I think I really gotta get a new phone. TikTok, y'all blew up my phone. My phone gets so hot now. My little iPhone 7 is done. Done. All right, so let's get back. So he drives me to work. Like, I did lose my job eventually, because I just couldn't get back and forth to work. And by the time I could, it was just, it was hectic. But for a couple days, he does drive me to work. He picks me up from work. He brought me food on my lunch break. Like, he would bring me cigarettes. He would make sure my daughter had everything. That's why I'm telling you, like, he just played this part so well. Like, he came in as, again, my hero, my savior. So we spent the next, like, 3 or 4 days together. I want to say, like, 3 or, let's say 4. And then this happened. The police called me, the detectives, and they said to me, we need you to come down. They asked me first if I was with Steven, and I said no. At that moment I wasn't. I was with my mom. And they were like, we want you to come down to the police station in Hartford for some more questioning. They did tell me on the phone that they thought they had I know that they had a lineup. Like, they told me on the phone that they had a lineup that they wanted me to pick 2 people out of. again, remember, the guy with the ski mask on, you would think, like, how is she going to pick him out of the lineup? I did. You know why? And it's crazy. I picked him out of the lineup because his other features were so distinguishing. I might have not seen his face, but I seen his teeth. And I seen his eyes. And I just seen his body build and his tattoos and things like that. And that's why I'm telling you, just because you don't see somebody's face, they say no face, no case. No, because I was able to pick that man out. But moving on. At that point, when they called me, they kind of told me, like, they didn't tell me who, what, where. They just said, like, we have some leads. That's what they said. We have some leads in the case, and we want to go over that with you. We have a couple pictures we want you to look at. So I remember them saying to me, have your mom come down with you. And I was like, okay. I thought they just, like, I don't know, maybe because my daughter, I didn't know what was going on, but they want my mom to come. So my mom came with me. My mom was still, I think, like, just so, she was traumatized that this all happened, like, she was scared. To this day, she still tells me, like, I scared her by bringing this man in. Oh, I saw that. They had to mute somebody. This whole event scared my mom too. So when we went into that police station, I don't know why my fucking nose is itching. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I don't want to sit here and keep scratching my nose. I don't want to be over here picking my boogers on live either. All right. We're good now. So, we go to the police station. My mom drives me to the police station. We go there. We talk to the detectives. And when we get there, the detectives sit me down with my mom. And they basically told me that they knew informants, which are people like that have addictions and things like that, that they, unfortunately, the police abuse these people. Or take advantage of them. They take and pay these people money that they know the people need for drugs to tell them information. So apparently they did some research or asking around, and they said that they found out that they had the two guys. They didn't have them in custody, but they knew who the two guys were, and they wanted me to pick them out, see if I could recognize the pictures, and I did. They give you a lineup with like 6 or 7 people, and the 2 people I picked out from one on each lineup. The 2 people I picked out were the people that they already had like a nudge about, right? So, at that point, I'm like, okay, what's their names? And the cop goes, Jose and Victor. And I'm like, Jose and Victor, okay. And then again, you still would think that it would have dinged that these are my boyfriend's best friends, Steve, Jose and Victor. But remember, I had never met any of Steven's friends. I only heard the names, Jose and Vic. Like, oh, I'm going to Jose's house. Oh, I got Vic with me. And remember, I told y'all, the only one time that I came close to seeing any of them was Vic. When he came to drop Steven off one day, I remember unlocking the door and him being like, oh yeah, Vic, or him like waving like, hey, yo, Vic, all right, I'll see you. And I remember seeing the silhouette of Victor, but I never knew who Victor was. I could not put a face. Like, I would have never thought that those were those 2 men. So that's when I tell you, that is why one of them had a face mask on. You get it? Because they knew I never saw Jose, but they weren't sure if I had seen Vic. Because of that night that I told you I did see him in the car, but I really didn't see him. When they were preparing this whole plot and this whole shit, they were like, damn, she might know who Vic is. Like, she might recognize his face, so he has to wear a ski mask. Because that makes sense why one had a ski mask. And of all people, why the one without the gumballs had the fucking ski mask on. It just didn't make sense at that point. It made sense after. So basically the cops tell me, after I picked the 2 guys out, because that was kind of like their can't think of the word, like it was what they needed to be like, okay, we're right, Steven set this up. And that's when they told me, they were like, these are your boyfriend's 2 friends. He set this up. Your boyfriend set this up. I didn't believe it. Be honest with y'all. I told them they were crazy. I was like, if they did this, he doesn't know about it. He doesn't fucking know. He's gonna fucking kill him. That's why I kept telling him, he's gonna fucking kill him when he finds out that they did this. I'm thinking like Steven maybe told them, you know, like, oh, she has a nice house, you know, her parents got money, whatever the case may be. I'm thinking that they did this behind Steven's back, okay? That's what I'm thinking. Because I don't know. First of all, again, like domestic violence, manipulation, mental, that shit is fucking real, okay? It's real. You might think I'm stupid or whatever the case may be, but I could not believe that he would have done that to me. Especially like I had been, like everything that had happened after. Maybe I wasn't ready to believe that. But I'll tell you what happened. It put the thought in my head. Because now I started to think. I left that police station. The one thing that they said to me, this was the one thing they said. Do not go home and tell him that you think it's him. Or that you know don't talk about none of this. Because see, their theory was, if I didn't mention any of this, if I played along like the stupid, like I don't know nothing, and who are the big bad guys that are trying to get me, Steven had nothing to do with it. He wasn't going to hurt me. But they thought if I confronted him, he definitely would have been in the situation where that much pressure that he might have, you know, like look what happened last time he was under pressure. He could have hurt me and killed me. So I remember them telling me, if you go home, do not tell him that we said anything to you. Like they literally said, it's going to endanger you if you do that. Ask me what I did. Ask me what I fucking did when we went home. Ask me. I hope one of y'all is asking me. Did I fucking say something? I sure did. I don't know why. I can't tell y'all. I'm just being real. I'm trying to give y'all the real, uncoded, hardcore story. That's what fucking happened. I went home and I didn't see Steven right away, okay? But I leave the police station. I'm talking to my mom. You know how mothers are. They're trying to tell you, like, my mom knows. Everybody knows it's Steven. But I didn't want to believe it yet. But I start, like, 70% became, 10% became 20. 20 became 30. The more I thought about it, the more shit made sense. So I got home. By the time I got home from that police station, it was only like a 45-minute, like, it was probably like 45 minutes to an hour after we left the police station. We stopped a couple places. And I remember we got home and I was at my house, my own house. And it hit me. I was like, you know what? It is him. Or it wasn't, it was him. It was, he could have really, like I was almost convinced, you know, like, okay, there's a possibility, a good chance that he did this. It wasn't, yes, it was him. Because I wouldn't have made this phone call if I was 100% sure. So he calls me as this is going on because I avoid contact. I'm just like in my head trying to like, you know, break this whole thing down. Steven calls my phone and he's just normal. And, you know, the one thing the cops tell me is don't say anything. And what do? This is what I do. What the fuck happened? Why are they telling me that you fucking did this shit? That you fucking set me up? What the fuck kind of shit is this? Why would you do this to me? How could you do this to me? I endangered myself so much by doing that. But in that moment, I think I just like became overcome with rage. That's what it was. I was just so like confused and betrayed. And I don't know. I was hurt and every fucking emotion came out. Good job, Ari. Every fucking emotion came out. So I go and I confront him on the phone. That's where we're at. Okay. I confront him on the phone. When I scream at him on the phone, he doesn't get aggressive. He turns into, babe, they're just trying to book it, like blame it on me because, you know, I'm a convict. Like I've been in jail before and I know it looks like I could have done it, but I didn't do it. And he's like being sweet. Not sweet, but he wasn't like, fuck you, bitch, he wasn't like that. But this was my proof right here. This is what happened. He says to me, I say to him, I said, Steven, if you had anything to do with this, I said, you don't have to tell me the reason. You don't have to tell me why, how, where, when. You don't have to tell me nothing. Just, I need my car back. I need my car. Because in my head, I'm trying to be like, I'm got to cut him off. But I'm not about to tell him that. And I need to get to work. And I need my IDs. And I need my money. I'm depending on him for that shit right now. While I don't have access to it. So I said to him, Steven, if you know. And no, I remember saying, this is what I said to him. If you had anything to do with this, all I want is for you to leave my car somewhere. Y'all can't do shit with my car. Leave my car somewhere. And again, when I told him this, I still wasn't 100% convinced, but this was kind of like my bait rate. You know, I want to know if you did it. So I said to him, all you gotta do is leave it somewhere, like fucking park it somewhere where like it's gonna, you know, like red flag for the cops to run the plate or whatever, and I get my car back. And I said, I won't ask no questions, I won't say nothing, I just need my fucking car, my ID, all my medications were in there, like everything I needed was in that fucking car, my house keys. I just knew I had to cut Steven off. If that was I felt it coming that I had to cut Steven off, and I knew that I would have needed those things to do that. I kid you not, I hung up the phone with Steven. Ask me how long till my car showed up. 2 fucking hours. The cops called me 2 hours after that conversation with Steven and tell me that my car was found on the north end of Hartford on Albany Avenue. The craziest, why would anybody leave a car there unless they wanted it to get found? It's like drug and crime city. My car was there. At the time I had a Nissan Maxima. My car was there with they parked my car with the trunk wide open and all 4 doors open. After what I just said to him on the phone, like, leave it somewhere it's going to get flagged, that's where my car was left. So when they called me and told me they found my car, yes, I was excited, but right in that moment, I knew Steven did it, right? That was my confirmation, right? Now I know he set me up. Do you think it ends there? No, because let me tell you, now that I know that he did it, let's talk about what happens next. Let's talk about it. So I call the cops and I'm like, you know, I'm talking to the detectives, because the police of New Britain, of Hartford, are not detectives. You know, two different kind of cops. The police call me about my car, and they really don't know nothing about the carjacking, but they're just calling to tell me they found my car. So I call the detectives and I tell them what happened. Listen, I confronted Steven about it. 2 hours later, my car shows up. The detectives are like, we told you, of course. And they said, do not say anything else to him. That's it. You cannot, like, trigger anything. You told him if the car showed up, you weren't going to ask no questions. You weren't going to talk to the cop, like, nothing. So don't do that. Like, and I really didn't do that. What I did was I started to fall back from Steven a little bit, you know? Like, I just told him I was staying at my mom's. I think he was on to me, but it wasn't so abrupt that he was like, he knew that he was getting cut off, you know? I started to pick up less and less phone calls. When he did call me, I was very, like, short with him on the phone. But I never came out and was like, fuck you, the cops are coming for you. I never did that. At that point, I knew that, like, I wanted him to pay for it. Like, I just felt so betrayed, so hurt. So I was so damaged after that. So, it gets to the point. Okay, so now I spent at this whole time, I've spent up until I get my car back. It's been about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks that I've spent with Steven. In that time, I was oblivious to knowing that it was him that set all this up. He was not there that night, you know, like, it was actually 2 other people that I associate, 2 other faces I associate. When in my head, that trauma is associated with 2 other faces. I never saw him with a gun, you know, so it was very hard to, like, to accept that fact. But like I said, I started to distance myself from Steven to the point where so for 2 weeks, I don't know that it was him, and I spend every moment with him. And then for about a week, I start to push him away. And by the end of that week, he knew that I was done with him, okay? He didn't know that I was talking to the cops, but he knew that I was done with him. And I think in his head, he just was like, oh, damn, she knows that, you know, like, the whole car situation. I gave her back the car. Now she knows that I set her up. Like, she doesn't love me. Or, you know, like, she don't want to fuck with me no more kind of thing. It really wasn't the cops. It was more like he was enraged that I didn't want to. Oh, my God. My whole boob is falling out. He was enraged that I didn't want to be with him anymore. You know, like, he was losing me. That's what it is. He was losing me. Nothing, because again, remember, he does not know I'm talking to the cops. He thinks I'm just, like, letting it go, you know, like, okay, I got my car back, I'm happy. So I cut him off. Here goes the shit show. Get ready for the shit show. Y'all ready for the shit show? Buckle up. I'm gonna get a cigarette. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna give you, buckle the fuck up. So slowly but surely, I start to cut Steven off. I told you, until the point where he realizes that, in his eyes, he realizes it's done. Thank you for all y'all throwing me pennies. That's what I call it, throwing me pennies. I appreciate that. So, in Steven's eyes, he got to the point where he was like, that's it. I know I lost her. You know, he lost control. That's what it is. He lost control. And throw that bag at me. You want me to dance for you? You gonna make it rain? That's so cute. I'm sorry. I just like that. That shit makes me laugh when you guys throw pennies at me. So what was I gonna say? Okay, let's get back into focus. So, he's losing me, but in my eyes, I thought he was taking it pretty well. I was like, okay, we're just gonna lay low under the radar, and the cops are gonna come swoop him up. And I'm just, I thought I was playing it off good. Apparently I wasn't. My best friend, the one that rode this, that's probably why we're not so close no more. There's all this fucking traumatic shit happened to us. But, she's my best friend. She was my best friend, and I still love her, but, she was a rider. And let me tell you, we were both so fucked up that week, it was so much of a mix of emotions. You see how almost manic I get when I tell the story, because it just brings me back to a crazy place. Imagine how I was back then, So my friend has this bright idea. She's like, listen, you need to forget about all this for the night. Because I was heartbroken, okay? I'm heartbroken, betrayed, hurt. There was so many emotions. So scared, I felt like the world's worst mother in the fucking world. At that point, I started leaving my daughter with my mom. I would, at nighttime, a lot of times I would leave her there because I almost didn't trust myself with her. You get it? I felt like a shitty mom. I almost got my daughter in some shit. But again, Steven really doesn't have no contact with me. He doesn't know all this is going on. So my friend's like, let me get out your head. Let me get you out your head tonight. Let's go out and let's get drunk. That's what she said. Let's go to the club. Let's go have fun. So we do. We go to a club kind of on the East Hartford line, but not Steven wasn't a club person or nothing. I don't know. I just didn't. And again, I didn't think me and Steven were on bad terms. He didn't know I was talking to the cops. Even that night, he didn't, when all this next incident that occurred, the home invasion, he didn't know that I was talking to the cops still. He did all this out of rage from losing me. But I thought that he was taking it well. I was like, obviously he knows that I know what happened. And in his eyes, we're just going our separate ways. No, didn't work that way. So we're at the club. Me and my homegirl get to the club. We get drunk very quickly. We go outside. And we were drunk, but not drunk. By the time the club was over, we were going to be okay to drive home. Or one of us was. It wasn't that crazy. However, we meet these two guys there. And we don't meet them for the first time. We knew these guys. We've seen them. We've hung out with them before. It wasn't even at the time, it wasn't nothing romantic. I think maybe their intentions were to kind of kick it to us. But it was strictly we were just talking to them. We were telling them what we went through. And there were two of them and two of us. So, yeah, I know it looked bad or whatever. But we went outside to smoke a cigarette. All four of us. I remember we're outside smoking a cigarette at the club. The door for the club was probably 50 feet. No, maybe 25 feet away from the street. So where we were smoking was about 25 feet away from the street. We're laughing, we're feeling tipsy, we're feeling nice, we're escaping from everything. The club, the street the club was actually on, because it was a small bar that be popping. There wasn't a lot of traffic. Everyone that was the place wasn't a real crazy, it wasn't a really busy street. So everybody was in the club. There wasn't a lot of cars. So I see this car coming down the street. I notice it because it's going very, very fast. And as it gets to me, it goes so fucking slow. It's almost like they hit the brakes, but almost in slow motion. The car has these dark ass tints. It's not Steven's car, but it's a nice car. It has these dark ass tints, and it speeds up and it's slow. I don't know. Y'all seen drive-bys on TV? That's what it exactly looked like. The car slows down. And I just see the window, the tinted window in the driver's seat, go very slowly down. And I see Steven's face. Now he didn't do it. Let me not scare y'all. He didn't do a drive-by or nothing. But I see okay, I'm outside. Just picture this. I want to bring y'all there with me. Me and my friend are giggling, laughing with two other guys that Steven doesn't know. Okay, so it looks like I replaced him in his eyes. Okay, he's driving by. How the fuck he found me, I have no idea, because it wasn't like, there's no way. I still think somebody told him I was there, but something happened. He's driving by fast, kicks the brake on, and almost like smoothly slows down. The window goes down so slowly, this dark ass tint. I was expecting more gumballs. That's what I thought were coming out. Okay, y'all know gumballs, code word. But I thought gumballs was coming. But I just see his fucking face, and he had this smirk on his face, like, you stupid. Like, this is the face he gave me. I'm gonna give it to you. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. That's the face that he gave me. When I tell you, that took me from here to, I was done. Neither me or my friend could drive home. We were so shooken up, but we were already, gotta remember, not just trauma and PT, whatever, not all that. Scared, shitless, not just all that. We were actually drinking already too. So now I'm like this, you know, like that's how bad I'm shaking. There's no way we're driving. So the guys that are out there with us, of course, you know how guys are, especially when they're trying to kick it to you. Like, oh, nothing's gonna happen. He ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna do shit to you, sis. Trust me, I got you, baby girl. I got you. And they're drinking, so they're like amped up. And at that point, I just wanted somebody to protect me, you know? And that's probably what I linked to Steven for. But now that I found out that he's the monster, I don't know. I didn't feel like I was safe by myself. So the guys offer, they were like, listen, we got our car. Like they were together in one car, and me and my friend are together in my car because I had my car back. And they were like, listen, why don't we do this? One of us will drive your car home. And again, remember, we did not just meet these random guys at the club. We knew them already. We never dated them or nothing like that. It's just that we knew them. We chilled with them before. We seen them around Hartford. So they were like, listen, they knew where I lived already, you know. So they were like, all right, listen, we'll drive your car. So that's what happened. I got in my car, and the guy that was kind of like, I could tell he was kind of like trying to kick it to me a little bit. He always had like a little crush on me. He drove my car home with me in it. And then my friend went with his friend in the car. Okay. I need y'all to really focus right now, because I'm going to give this to y'all, but we got to like comprehend it all, because it's going to get very confusing. They drive me back to my house. We get back to my house and I'm feeling a little better, you know, like they walk us in, they check my house, we're talking, we end up having a couple more shots. Now they're drunk, and maybe I just felt, I'm going to try to give y'all raw, honest feelings. I don't want to sugarcoat anything or try to like cover up if whatever y'all judge me on, whatever you feel like, but I think I just wanted somebody to protect me. Like I keep telling y'all, I didn't want to stay there by myself that night. You know, something in my gut just wasn't right. So I came up with this bright idea. Like I blurred out, and I'm like, hey, why don't you, this is what I said. I was like, y'all been drinking so much too. Like, listen, y'all drove us home. I would feel unsafe letting y'all drive home. And yes, I felt like that, but I think more so I didn't want to be alone. And my friend was already there with me, you know, my best friend, but we're two females. I felt more comfortable with two guys there. Get it? Like, so I was like, listen, I had two couches, you know, like a big couch, a little couch. I was like, listen, y'all sleep down here. We'll sleep upstairs. Now, again, let's go back for a second. Steven was what he knew of me, my daughter would have been with me. But I told you in that last week, when I didn't know it was Steven, I had my daughter with me. Because I felt like Steven was protecting us. Like it was okay to have her around. Once I found out that these monsters I've been hiding from my daughter her whole life, I just like fucking let one in the door and let him play with her in the morning. You know, like the shit that I did. I can't believe that, you know, like that. I scared myself as a mother. So at that point, I started letting my daughter more stay with my mom. Like, you know, like I was purposely, that night, I didn't have any kid with me. And He did not know that. Steven did not know that. Because in Steven's head, my daughter would have been at my house. Like, maybe my cousin was watching her. She would have been in that house that night. The way he knew me, she would have been in that house. But again, I tell y'all, God came down and protected this little girl. And she was not. She was at my mom's house. Thank the fucking Lord. Thank the Lord. Okay, so the guys are there. And we're like, all right, let's go to bed. You know, everyone go to bed. We're drunk. Everyone's, you know, like, again, we were just exhausted, drunk, everything. So the guys go to sleep on the couch. One on the long couch, one on the short couch. Me and my homegirl goes upstairs. Now, remember, look at me, okay? I ain't no little, I can't get in here, but I ain't no skinny chick, okay? And I'm almost 6 feet tall. I'm like 5'11", 5'10". My homegirl is skinny. She's tiny. Well, she got me now, but in that time, she was tiny. She's wrapped up in the blanket. Like, she's going to bed with me because this is my best friend. We sleeping together. Fuck that, period. So we go upstairs. Like, I was like, damn, I'm putting you in my bed before one of these motherfuckers going to try to get her. They feel me? Like, we're not doing that. We here for protection only. So, my homegirl comes upstairs to sleep with me. And I remember she used to always get cold. So she wrapped herself up like a burrito. That's very important. I'm telling y'all details y'all need to know. So she wraps herself up like a burrito in the bed, right? And I just remember her having the whole comforter. Like, I was like, damn, I had this little blanket. She had the whole comforter wrapped around her. And she's up against the wall. And I'm on the other side of the bed. And I'm asleep. And I went to bed pretty good. Like, I didn't even think, I don't know. I remember going upstairs and boom, we fell asleep. All right, 1 second. Okay. All right. So I remember, I don't know how long I was asleep. I'm going to say maybe an hour, 2 hours. It definitely wasn't a long time, but I know oh shit, I dropped the cigarette. Hold on. About to burn the house down. Won't tell my landlord, okay? It was about like an hour, 2 hours, maybe I'm asleep. I wake up from my sleep. Now, I didn't hear anything that I remember. I don't remember waking up and being like, oh, a noise. I don't remember anything. I just remember I woke up and I had this like uneasy feeling in my stomach. And when Steven would come over, he would always park in my back. You know, I lived in a 2-family house. So it was we were upstairs. No, it was townhouses. So we were like, we split the house. I had an upstairs and downstairs and the neighbors had upstairs and downstairs. So there was only like 3 cars ever parked in the back, right? So naturally, I don't know why, but I just remember that my stomach, not my stomach, but I just had like this bad feeling. And I got out of bed and I remember I went to the window that faces to the back of my room and I pushed the mini blinds down like this. You know how y'all do like this when you break your mini blinds? And I looked and I seen Steven's fucking car out back. And the second I seen that fucking car in the back of my yard, I remembered that these guys are downstairs, right? Now I'm fucking freaking out. So I leave my homegirl in the bed. She still sleeps. She was like, she was so drunk that she was done. She slept through the whole fucking thing. But I run downstairs because in my head, I see his car and I guess maybe I thought that he just got there. So I take off to kind of like, I got to run downstairs and like hold the doors, tell the guys something. Let me tell you, sis, when I ran down those stairs, I will never forget what I saw. Oh my gosh. I'm expecting to see Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the drunk guys, on my couches. No. As I come down this stairs, I look and all I see is both of them on their knees like this. Steven with a big gumball machine. Not an automatic one that goes like has a spinny thing. I had to explain this to the police, so I don't know how to explain. But like an old fashioned, you know how you see them pistol, water guns, like sound like that, but big. I remember it was like big, like real big, chunky. I don't remember what it's called, but if y'all know, y'all know. It has a name for it, a 10 or something. I don't know, some shit. It's like a big, spinny water gun. Get it? It has a chamber, right? That's what you call it, little spinny thing. Anyways, I just remember seeing that. This was the first time I ever seen him with a gumball machine in his hand. Okay, code words. I never seen him like that. There was another guy. Okay, so let me give you that. Let me break it down. I'm coming down the stairs. I turn and I'm expecting to warn these guys. And instead I see them both on their knees like this. And their heads are looking at me, of course, right? So I feel like I couldn't tell you. I felt so guilty. I'm like, oh my God, these guys are going to fucking die. They're going to fucking die. They're going to fucking die. And it's my fault. I made them stay here. Like, again, these are all memories that are like in 3 seconds. This is all going through my head. Like, oh my God. So naturally, I didn't know what to do. And I'm going to be honest with you. I booked for the front door. Like, I just needed to get the cops. And there was 2 guys that were at my house. You know, like the guys that actually were there that we allowed there. That were sleeping, supposedly, but they weren't. They were getting robbed. They were on their knees with their hands up, getting robbed. Steven had the gumball machine to one of the big gumball machine to one of their heads. And he had a friend there with a fucking black ski mask on, but it wasn't Vic or Jose because they were already in jail. But same fucking black ski mask, probably same fucking one. And that friend, whoever that guy was, he had another little gumball machine to the other guy. So these guys that came over to my house out of the goodness of their hearts, and well, maybe the goodness of their pants, who the fuck knows what their intentions were. They turned out to be good guys, so to be honest. Here they are. They went to bed, to protect us. Like, they were staying over to help us. And here they're on my floor with their hands up, looking at me like, bitch, what the fuck did you just do? That's what I got. So I book for the door. Now, again, remember, my purse, my cell phone, everything is on my fucking kitchen table, okay? So you don't think about any of that in a trauma. Oh, and I saw my back door, because my kitchen, like, I had a front door here, and the back door, the back and front doors, the ways out to my house was right there on the kitchen. You had to go in the kitchen living room, so it was small. I can't, it's no way I could run without him seeing me. I had to run by him. When I ran by him for the door, he yanked me up by my coat. Like when you yank somebody like this, I had like a sweatshirt or whatever shirt. He yanked me up. And I remember he grabbed me and pulled me right up to his face. And he said, go fucking downstairs to your cousin's house. Go in there and shut the fuck up and wait till I come down there to deal with you. That's what he said to me. And you know what I did? I went fucking downstairs. I didn't know, what was I going to do? Like, in my eyes, I'm like, I let my homegirl, y'all don't understand, my homegirl, my best friend, she's upstairs in my bedroom. Now, I don't know if they know that at that moment. And these 2 guys, I felt so guilty of. And here he's basically telling me, go downstairs and wait for me to deal with you, which at least I have a chance to run and get the hell out of there for that day and save my life. No, I go downstairs and I call 911. Period. I called 911. I went downstairs. I banged down my cousin's door. Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, call 911 now. Period. You know that I lived 3 streets away from the Middletown police. It took them 15 minutes to get to my house. It took them so long to get to my house that the guys that were getting robbed, pistol. Oh, while I'm downstairs. First of all, the cops don't even keep me on the phone. They're like, I'm like, home invasion, broken out, pistols. Like, I'm all over the place. Like, pistol. Bubblegum machines, to the heads. Like, I'm telling the cops everything that's going on. And they're like, okay, we'll send somebody. Or they're on their way, and hang up with me. Like, aren't y'all supposed to keep me on the phone? Like, what happened? Don't y'all want a description? So I keep looking out my cousin's window. Like, look, first of all, we locked all the fucking doors. And it's just me and my cousin in her house. And I keep looking out the window, to see if his car's gone. I don't see. Whoever just sent me that heart, I appreciate y'all. That's real cute. Hold on, that shit was cute. So I never seen that one before. So we're fucking, I look out that window, right? When I bend, like, I'm, right there bending fucking mini blinds again. So I bend the mini blinds and I notice the guys who are upstairs getting robbed, they're outside now, walking around. They look angry, but they're walking around. And Steven's not there no more. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead, throw the pennies. So, I gotta look into why it's a flowers and hearts. My bad, I don't mean to get all distracted. That's why I shut the comments off. Because I get like that when I tell the story. So, okay. So, obviously Steven's gone. He's gone. The guys are outside. I come running out my cousin's house because I feel like, okay, the guys did not look like they were in danger anymore. They looked upset. They were like going to their car. They're looking around outside. They didn't look like, Steven was there. I felt comfortable enough to run outside. I'm running outside to help them. Plus, I don't see my homegirl. And the whole time that I was downstairs on the phone with the cops, as soon as I hung up with the cops, I heard the gun go boom. Like, when you hear a gun go off? I heard the gun go off, and I was like, oh my God, who the hell did they shoot? That's all I could think of was, who the hell did they shoot? So when I saw the guys outside, I knew that the guys didn't get shot. And I'm thinking, oh my God, my fucking homegirl is my fucking best friend. It's her. But it wasn't, thank God. Honestly, she was so skinny and wrapped up in a thing. I don't think they even knew that she was there. I'm trying to remember correctly, but I don't think that they remembered. I don't think that she even was oblivious to anything that happened. I don't think they saw her in my bed, if I remember. Nobody got shot. The gun went off when he was pistol whipping one of the guys. The gun fired off. So again, see, that shit could have happened when it was happening to me. It happened to the guy, but it did not hit anything. It hit my fucking furniture, my wall and shit, but that was it. So then I see the guys, right? Here I run outside. Oh my God. The guy, I'm thinking oh my God, are you guys okay? The guys are like this. Fuck you, bitch. Stay the fuck away from me. You had me set up. How you gonna set me up? They turned on me. These two men, okay? And let me tell you, I completely agree with them. I understand why they turned on me, because that definitely looked like I set them up. I could see why they thought that, And then I just happened to see my purse and my wallet and my cell phone in one of their hands, because they were upstairs when Steven left. So they took all my shit and left with it. And now I'm fucking... You see why I say he needs to stay in jail? Do y'all understand? I haven't even got through the story. Do you understand? Now, this is why I went into witness protection. Period. It wasn't because people call in. Honestly, it's already 10:30. Damn, we've been going two and a half hours. I'm going to give you all the whole story. So there's probably I'm going to say another 20-25 minutes. But this is really why I went into witness protection, because think about it. It was not safe for me to be anywhere. Everybody had my information. Now these guys, not just Steven, okay? Not just Steven, because he obviously knew I called the cops. That's why I don't know if somebody told him I called the cops or something, but he took off. Once the gun went off, he robbed the guys and took off. He did not take anything of mine, which is why the guys that were there grabbed all my shit, because they said it was like a setup. They're like, why he didn't take your shit? Why he only took ours? We taking your shit. They did. And they were like, I remember them being like, and we coming fucking back here deep. So now I'm like, I gotta worry about them. I gotta worry about this one. I gotta worry about that one. That's it. I'm out. I was done. The cops finally showed up. By the time the cops showed up, the two guys had already took off, okay? So the cops take me down to the hospital. I could have, I'm telling you, I was so mentally gone after this. I think it took them maybe 12 hours to get the whole story out, because I would just say pieces and then just be quiet. I was just so traumatized, so broken. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't feel safe. There was nothing. My world was done. And I felt like I just wanted to go far away, because everybody around me was getting hurt and getting involved. And that's the worst feeling. If you've ever been in a situation where you're the target, even if it's not your fault, it's just a bad feeling to feel like you're the reason why this is happening. So, hold on. We're going to take a second. So after that happened, Steven took off to Massachusetts. The cops took and put me right away in witness protection. I went 2 days. I think I was in the hospital for a day or 2 days. And then I went right to witness protection. Well, no, I didn't go right to witness protection. Witness protection. I'm going to listen, honestly, I'll do a whole nother story time on witness protection, because it's just too much. It it's not really even bad, but if y'all just want to know what it's like and different little details, I can tell y'all that, but it's just too much for tonight, you know? So, the witness, they brought me to my mom's house. Like, I got out the hospital, I went to my mom's house. And because Steven seemed to be attacking me when I was by myself or with friends or vulnerable. I'm at my mom's house. I'm with my daughter, you know, like with my family. And I was there a couple hours. I was waiting for witness protection to come. When I tell you they really show up like the men in black, I tell everyone that they do. They came in black SUVs, all dressed in black. No sunglasses, though. And they basically, my mom didn't believe I was going into witness protection. She was like, what do you mean? Like, is your name changing? Like, am I going to see my granddaughter? Like, what's going on? But it was statewide witness protection. Very different than federal. They don't change your name. None of that. And they took me to a hotel. And that's basically what the witness protection place is. And I'm not going to say where the hotel is or where it is, but it was 5 minutes fucking away from this. It was more closer to Hartford than Middletown, okay? So they put me in a hotel. I'm in the hotel about a week. At that time, I had talked to Steven. He would call me. He would tell me he loves me and that he's so sorry and this got out of hand. He would never tell me what happened and why he did this. At that point, he would never tell me. But he did tell me that he was in mass and that shit was going bad. And so apparently what happened is, in this time that he's in jail, in this time that he's in mass, the other two guys that I told you that actually did the robbery and assault and carjacking, his boys, they went to jail already. The cops already picked them up. They've been in jail. They were in jail when the home invasion happened. So that's how I know the one with the ski mask on wasn't the same guy. The little one, the one that had the gumball machine behind me with no mask, he never called. Never called, never threatened me, nothing. He knew he was wrong. He knew it. He was still guilty, but he knew it. You get what I'm saying? He make mistakes. We all fucking make mistakes. And luckily, you know, like, his mistake didn't cost me my life. The little one, first he would call and from jail, you know, because they three-way. First he would call and tell me, you know, like, he would try to be sweet, like, you know, my bad, Lizzie, I don't want to do this to you, but, you know, like, Steven made me, and please, you know, like, drop. How am I going to drop the charge? I could, even if I want to. I'm losing my voice. You can't even just walk in there and drop charges. You know, like, once the police have enough shit, that's it. They're going after them. So, not that I was even entertaining it, but I just didn't understand why he was calling me. Once I stopped blocking those calls, he started calling, threatening me. That's when, that's really when, like, they were, like, jumping up my witness protection a little bit. His girlfriend, I remember he had his girlfriend call me, and his girlfriend was like, he's going to have a baby, I'm pregnant, and he's not going to see his son grow up or daughter grow up. And I was like, I almost didn't come home to my child. What the hell am I worried about yours? Your child is better off with him not coming home. Like, but again, I say that with all these emotions, but she was just as manipulated as I was by Steven. Victor had her manipulated. You understand? So that's what happens. We can't judge people for that. We can't. So, so they're calling me from jail. I'm sorry. Him and his girlfriend are calling me from jail to try to, like, drop the charges. And Steven's calling me from Massachusetts. Very real. We're not talking like boyfriend, girl. Like, I'm talking like he's calling every 1 or 2 days to tell me he misses me and loves me. And I'm trying to find out where he is for the cops. But obviously, he knew. He wasn't going to tell me. About maybe, 3-4 days after that. It was like less than a week. He ended up getting arrested in Massachusetts, in Springfield. When he left my house, he obviously knew the cops were looking for him. So he took off to Springfield where the Massachusetts cops weren't. And I would have never thought to think of that he was in Mass either. I don't know why. You know, like, that was a good place for him to go. And he took off to Mass, and he went on an armed robbery spree. When I tell y'all I am not his only victim, I am not this man's only victim. Me, my best friend, the 2 guys in my house, my cousin was traumatized from this. Okay, that's us. That's us. Then you have all the people that he robbed in Massachusetts. He literally was running up to people on the street. Now, I know that there was a couple, like 2 college kids that he robbed. I know that there was a couple, like a husband or boyfriend and girlfriend, an older white couple. And then single people. I think there was there was 5 armed robberies, and 2 of them were double victims. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 victims in mass. Then there's me and my friend and the 2 guys that they robbed at my house. And then all the aftermath. You know, like everyone who was a victim, third party victim, we'll call it. So Steven had a lot of fucking victims, okay? So that's when I tell y'all, like, no. This wasn't just a, oh my God, spur of the moment thing. Oh my God, I feel like one of the Lakers or something. I'm going to play basketball. I have to get a sweat band for the next story time. So, they arrest him in Massachusetts. Now I'm thinking that, okay, he's going to get arrested. Like, let's bring him to Connecticut. No, it doesn't work that way. Apparently, I don't know why, because I thought, like, extraditing means you bring him to Connecticut. But apparently he got charged with the robberies. He served his time for the robberies. I think he got, like, 10 years for the robberies, but he only had to do, like, 3, and then he got released. Because these were more, like, spur of the moment. With me, there was conspiracy. He plotted everything. You know, like, there was... what do you call it? Conspiracy. When they think about it and plot it, it wasn't like a passion or a crime of passion. Their robberies en masse, even though they were still bad, it was just a crime of passion. Like, he was just running up to random people and doing this. So we're getting to the best part. Why did he do this to me? Why did he do it? So Steven is in mass jail, and he's calling me from jail. He doesn't want to lose me. That's all he keeps telling me. He doesn't want to lose. He don't care what happened. Now he doesn't care what happens to him, but he just want to lose me. So, I'm just happy, like, he's in jail. Once I know he's in jail, he's not coming home, I'm good. But the cops kind of had me still keep in communication with them. That's when I tell you, fucking that witness protection program statewide, they fucking suck. Or they use you. They use the victim to make their case. They keep you in this little bubble. They don't protect you at all. They just kind of, like, put you somewhere that's very unsafe. And they put you there, and they leave you there until they're done making their case. And then they use you. You're a victim. You know, like, imagine, like, I just want y'all to get in my head. That's why I try to tell you the story so crazy and so raw. Because I want y'all to get in my head and understand, like, where I was that night. And then they're like, oh, here, can you please pretend you're his girlfriend still and still talk to him for a couple more days? Like, fuck you, Connecticut Witness Protection. Fuck y'all. So, okay, so this is what they said to me. They say, we already have a good case against him, but to make it better, could you go to the Massachusetts jail and visit with him? And I said, well, how are we going to get me on the visiting list? I'm the victim. And they were like, we're going to tell him to give you a different name, like to pretend you're his sister. And they set it all up. So, they told me to tell him, like, hey, put me under your sister's name. And I went in. Why they gave me a fucking wire, I have no idea. Because it was a phone visit and they knew, they knew that. And the phone is tapped. Like, you talk in a phone that's recorded. So why would I have to fucking wear a wire? These people make no fucking sense. I'm telling you, they traumatized me. They traumatized me too. I go in there, and that's when I feel like I got my closure from Steven. I sat down. It was a window. He couldn't touch me. But he thought that I was there to kind of, like... I kept telling him on the phone too. I was like preparing for this. I was like, listen, I'm coming. I want a full confession. I want you I was, for me, like, he never thought it was for the police. I was like, the only way that I'm going to even consider being in your life, even as a friend, is if you tell me exactly why you did this to me. Why did you do this to me? That's all I wanted to know. Same reason y'all want to know. I wanted to know too. Why put me through all this? Like, what was the point? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? So he kept telling me, he was like, all right, I promise, whatever, come. So I go there, and this is what he told me. Apparently, Steven was higher up on the narcotics food chain than I thought he was. And not a user, a distribution person. But you see, Steven never stood on corners selling gumball machines or nothing like that. Feel me? He had other people do that. So he was like the one who just like ran shit. But maybe not. He wasn't like fucking Pablo Escobar, but he was up there, you know, like in his little clique or whatever. And one of the guys who worked for Steven had got caught working for Steven. And this was before my whole incident. Okay, so maybe like a week before. No, actually, I think it was like a couple days before this happened. I remember him telling me, like, we'll give him a name. We'll call him Christian. Like, hey, yo, Christian got bagged the other day. But I didn't know. He just was like, oh, Christian got bagged for undercover sales. He didn't tell me they were for him. You know, like, he didn't tell me those parts of it. So apparently, Christian, we'll use that name because I really don't know what the guy's name is. Christian got bagged for undercover sales. He goes to jail. And Steven had just came home from jail, which again, I did not know. When I met Steven, he didn't tell me anything about him just coming home from jail. That's why I told you that fucking what do we call it? Whatever we called it, that shit needs to come out because I did not know he just came home from jail. I could have probably looked that up, but I didn't think to look that up. So basically Steven got scared, you know, because he was like, oh, this guy is gonna go to jail. They just arrested him. He's gonna go and he's gonna like flip on me, you know, like he wants to get out of jail, and they don't want the little ones. They want the big ones up the pole, and then they want to flip that one to get the bigger one, you know? So that's what the cops' game is. And Steven knew that. So his idea was, I can't snap because of my nails, but his idea was, I'm going to go get some money. I need money to bail this guy out. I got to get him out of jail before the feds convince him to flip on me and the people up higher than him. So he said that's why he did this. Now, if you remember, I told Steven that day that I was going to the bondsman to pick up some money. I did not tell Steven it was $50. I didn't tell him it was for my baby father. I didn't tell him it was my brother-in-law. But I didn't tell him those things like trying to flex or nothing. I told him to protect the fact that I was helping my baby father out. Steven, in his fucking narcissistic mind, thought, cha-ching, who goes to the bondsman to pick up like a little bit of money? You know, if you're going to a bondsman to pick up money, you're usually probably going to pick up like a refund or, you know, like your money back or something. Like, he thought I was getting like some bank, you feel me? I remember he never asked me how much though. That's the crazy part. Like we never even discussed it. But I look back now and I understand why. I understand why. I don't agree with it. I would never do that to somebody, but I get why he did it. So that's basically why he did that to me. And when he says it was not supposed to go down like that. But again, my daughter was actually supposed to be in his eyes, my daughter was supposed to be there both times. Okay, so how was it not supposed to? The guys, the two men, when they went to try, or they actually took a plea deal, but when they went to sentencing, they both wrote me letters, and in both of their letters, and they actually started beefing at the end of the sentencing. Like, they weren't friends anymore, Jose and Vic, which is a good thing. But and I'll tell you that's the last plot twist right there, is the whole sentencing of them. So they actually both told me that Steven told them to, like, basically beat the shit out of me so that I didn't remember. Like, that's the reason they kept hitting me in the head, because they wanted me like disoriented, so that when I told my story, it wouldn't go back to Steven. You get it? Like I would be so confused, and like my memories and my details would, like, how do you tell them to beat the shit out of me till I get a concussion and I can't remember anything no more, and then tell me it wasn't supposed to go down like that? How do you have them pistol? You know what I'm saying? I don't want TikTok to take my life down, but you know, like, how do you tell them to do things like that, and then tell me, like, I could have died. My child could have been there. She was, in his eyes, she was supposed to be there. You know, like, I don't know. So I never believed that part when he said it wasn't supposed to go. I think that in that moment of a narcissistic person, in my understanding, puts themselves before. They're in love with themselves, and they put themselves before anybody else, and they would put their own child under the bus to save their own ass. And they want everybody to give them power and bow down to them. That's what just makes them them. That's what makes them narcissistic and, like, empowers them, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the words. And that's exactly what I think it was. I think that, you know, like, I was collateral damage, you know, like, he was okay with something possibly happening to me just to save his own ass from going to jail. And that fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. But before I put the comments back on, I'm gonna tell y'all. Last thing, couple little things. After he went to jail, he did contact me. He called me from jail. I'm sorry. He messaged me on Facebook, and this was like a year or two. Like, he was in Massachusetts still, so this was 2011, maybe 2013 or 14. At that time, now thanks to TikTok, I know how people get phones in jail, but I didn't know that back then. And I was like, damn, how is he messaging? How does he even have a fucking Facebook? He was like under his brother's Facebook, but it was him messaging me, because I remember saying to him, like, if this is Steven, what is, and I asked him some question that, like, I asked him a couple questions he would only know the answer to, and he did. So it was him. He tried to get in contact with me, and then we, like, called each other. I think he called my phone. I don't know. I remember him calling and me talking to him on the phone, and I just kind of wanted to, like, I was just so in shock how he was calling me still from jail, you know, like, and had a phone. And I talked maybe 3 seconds, like, I was like, hello? And then he was like, oh, no. And I listened to like 3 seconds of his voice and hung up and blocked him. So that happened. And then this other random thing happened. Maybe like a year or two ago, I tried to find the messages. I still have to go through my Facebook and look for them, but I know I have the messages because I'm a screenshotter. I speak fluent screenshot. So I will hold every motherfucking conversation that me and you have till if I need to use that shit one day, I got it in my back pocket. Just know that, period. So his brother hit me up. Now, his little brother, I'm not going to put his name out there or none, because, like I said, they're not bad people. His family's not bad at all. His sister's a wonderful person. His mom she's a Christian woman. This woman is like, you know, like, I'm sure she loves her son, and I remember, like, she wanted him to do better, and she doesn't want her son to be like this, but unfortunately, her son is like this. So his family, they thought it was awful what he did to me. They were disgusted too. So. But going back, his brother, I think his brother was like 7 or 8 when this happened. I remember his brother being little, like my daughter's age little. You know, maybe like older than my daughter, but not like a little kid. Well, he must have turned 18, okay? Because he actually tried to kick it to me. He slid in my DMs, and I recognized the name and the face. And I was like, oh, see? I almost said his name. I was like, is that you? And he was like, wait, oh my God, I remember, it is you. And yeah, he even said in the message, he was like, yo, what my brother did to you, that shit was so fucked up, and I'm so sorry. You know, like, this is 11 years later, and, or let's say it was 9 maybe, at that time, because this happened like a year ago, I think, that his little brother tried to hit me up. And his brother was only 8 at the time. And yet his brother was still apologizing for him, you know, like, for my pain and my suffering. And I just respected that a lot. But I thought that was a funny coincidence. And then lastly, we're just going to get into the sentencing. So I did not go to Steven's sentencing. I think what happened is victim's advocate, they just didn't have my information correct. And somehow Steven's, I don't know what happened. I didn't get to go to Steven's sentencing. I went to the sentencing for the 2 guys that carjacked me, Victor and Jose. Now, if you read the actual news article that I posted, if you like Google it and read the whole thing, the article is about the judge basically saying, like, he's never seen a victim in a case come to court and say such an impacting statement that the man who had the weapon, who used the weapon, I basically convinced the court, in the judge's words, I convinced the judge to give that man less time than the man that didn't have the weapon and had his face covered. You get it? Now, I know a lot of you guys are not going to understand that statement, and that's okay. You know, like, I'm okay with whatever you're allowed to judge me off of that one. But understand that you weren't there. You know, I was. And I'm about forgiveness. And that's why it really hurts me when people say in the comments, like, oh, you're just being petty, you're holding a grudge. First of all, do y'all hear? We're now, 3 hours into what I've been through with Steven? I deserve to hold every grudge. Every grudge that is on this back, I deserve to hold on to. But I'm a very forgiving person. I don't want people to be bad, miserable people. I want people to, like, change their, like, I wanted both of these men. I wanted to shake them and be like, you almost killed me. Like, Wake up, you know, do something good with your life. I wanted to, but I couldn't. And I keep, like, that's why I try to give you guys such specific details to really understand. The guy behind me, I tell you guys over and over, he's guilty. He went there. He knew it. He knew he was doing a crime. He knew what he had in his hand. He knew what happened, okay? He deserved to do jail time for that. But jail and sentencing, that's about, like, rehabilitation. How much time can we put you in jail before you can come out and be a real citizen? You know, and do good and not fucking do this crazy shit. Now, if you put me to be blunt, the little one, no. And I'll tell you why. Because a point was proven right there. But the little one, nah, period. That little one, he was not going to change. But this one behind me, the way he just showed, like, he showed that he had compassion and feelings, you know, and he was trying to, like, you just can tell that he didn't know what he was doing that night. You know, he got himself into some shit, and he wasn't an evil person. And I told the judge, do I think that he deserves to go to jail? Yes. But I do not think that he deserves to get the same amount of time as that one, because that was the one that was running the show. I don't know what the little one was holding over the big one. I don't know if he owed him money. I don't know if I don't know what happened. But that little one was running the show. And that little one, if it was up to that little one, I probably would have died that night, you know? But luckily, that weapon was in this man's hand and not in that man's hand. That's how I see it. I was lucky that weapon was in this man's hand and not in that man's hand. And I guess that's for me to understand. And if you understand, you understand. If you don't, you don't. So Victor got 10 years in jail and Jose got 5. The judge gave them less. So it's good. Like, I don't know, if y'all really want to know the story, you can go read the article, because the article has a lot more details in it, and you'll just get kind of a better understanding of the whole article. You could just Google it. That's not my name anymore. I told y'all I got married, but witness protection didn't change my name. My husband did. And I'm not even with my husband anymore. So, but anyways, that is the thing. What else was I gonna say? I'm gonna answer a couple of y'all questions. If y'all have any questions, I'm gonna hit the comments. I'm gonna answer a couple of them. Oh, before I do though, so the little one, again, remember this is 11 years ago. Well, actually, this happened in 2010. Yeah, 11 years ago. So, the little one, he went to jail. He didn't do the whole 10 years. I think he did 75%, 8. And then they let him out. When they let him out of jail, he went right back in. He's been in jail twice since he got released. Twice. He's a lost cause. Now, I do not know Jose, okay? I don't know Jose, but Jose wrote me a very impacting letter in the sentencing. The little one didn't. Jose, the one that was behind me without the mask, the one that had the weapon on him, he wrote me, he just showed a lot of remorse, right? I don't keep up with them as much as, like, the victim's advocate tells me a lot of stuff. And also, like, I, like, low-key lurk, you know, on different shit. And I know people who know them. So I know that Victor's been back to jail twice. Jose has not. And I'm not saying that he doesn't do illegal shit. But from what I see on the outside, he has his little family. He's doing his own damn thing. You know, like, he seems to be living a pretty normal life. So I guess, you know, like, I'm grateful for that. You know, like, I'm grateful that not both, like, at least one of them. I don't know. That's just, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just grateful for that. I'm going to turn the comments on for a couple of minutes, but then I really got to get to bed because I am so emotionally drained. And I think I'm going to take, like, tomorrow off from TikTok just to, like, get myself back together. All right, I'm going to hit the comments on. Hold on. What's all this Walgreens? Yes. Hi. Oh, look it. You guys were all quiet. You guys was engaged, huh? Look at that. I love this. I was expecting to see a whole bunch of questions. Girl, I'm scared to smoke a cigarette. My daughter's 15. What do you mean? The story in the newspaper? I do not live in the same place. I live close, but not in the same place. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get the content. Thank you, Eleni Guerrero. I appreciate that. Thank you. There was another comment I wanted to answer. Hold on. Steven's being released because, I don't know, he's being released. He got some kind of program. Am I afraid? We answered this question earlier, and I'm going to answer this again because I know all of y'all want to know. Hold on one second. What was the beef between the two in the sentencing? I'm going to answer the question about me being afraid in a second. The beef between the two in the sentencing was actually because one was kind of flipping on. They were all part of like a little group of people that were doing bad things. You know, like I said, like, I don't want to say gang. They weren't in a gang, but they were just like a little family of friends that were doing bad things. And one decided to talk. Obviously, it did not affect his sentence at all, like that. He just decided to. He did not. Okay, he didn't say like, "Oh, this guy did this." He just told the cops what he did. He was involved in something, and he gave a statement saying like, "Yes, I was there when this happened, and I shouldn't have been, and this was my involvement in it." And the other one, Vic, got mad that he was like snitching, but he really only snitched on himself, so I don't get it. Hold on. I appreciate all of you guys. 50. Yo, I can't even tell you he got $50 off of me. Because you want to know the funniest shit? When I got my car back, the $50 was in my purse. Because everything was fucking there. Oh, go ahead. Throw your pennies. I love that. I love that little penny shit. That's so cute. I don't know what that fucking heart was, though. I want to figure out how to throw a fucking heart like that. It almost sounds like I said I want to figure out how to throw a fart like that. A heart. Okay? What was I going to fucking say? Oh, what do you Google? So if you Google... when I went to go look up the story, I Googled my old first and last name, which was Alicia, Alicia. Oh, y'all gotta show me how to throw this heart. The heart. I want to know how to throw the heart. So my first name is Alicia. The last name I used to have was Amato. Amato. And then I just Googled my first and last name and I put Hartford CT carjacking because that's what I remembered it by, and the story will come up in the Hartford Current. Now, let me answer this question because everybody asked. I love all of y'all. Y'all empower me, man. That's what I'm going to answer. If you keep that, everybody wants to know if I'm scared, right? How could I be scared? I mean, okay, let's answer this. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very aware. I'm worried. I'm thinking about it. But me being scared gives him power over me, And he's had power over me for a while now, a lot of years. And the reason that I posted that TikTok was because I don't want him to have that power anymore. And like I told you guys earlier, I am more scared of him coming after, not you, but y'all, the world. Because you see, he knows that I already know his games, but you guys don't. So that's why I posted my TikTok. Because I'm more scared of the people who don't know the story. Because he's definitely not going to come try to manipulate me and take advantage. And is he going to come try to hurt me? I don't know. Maybe. I'm like I told y'all before. At the beginning, my ass was like, no Cash App, no nothing. I don't know. We might have to fucking locate. So we don't know yet. But I don't know. I won't go back into witness protection or nothing. I don't know. I might end up moving. Because I honestly, before the story, no. But because the story has gone so crazy viral, I might just like want to be on the safe side. And don't worry, guys. Like, honestly, because of like work, school issues and schedules, my kids are not here. Okay. So I'm not going to disclose where my kids are, and my kids are not going to disclose where they are either. For safety issues, my kids come first, but my kids are not with me, and again, that's just prior to this. That was just kind of like our work schools. It just, with COVID and everything, it's been like that. And I think it's just a good way to keep it like that. So I don't want you, because I know a lot of you genuinely, and not even being funny or being like Karens or whatever, you guys are just like, damn, oh my God, what if something happens and your kids are there and now the story's going viral? Don't worry. When I tell you that I'm here to tell my story, I made sure I crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's. I have 3 kids now. What happened with the 2 guys? Oh, I didn't tell y'all. That's a part I missed of the story. Remember the 2 guys that took my stuff that thought I set them up? I completely skipped over that part. My bad. You remember them too? Somebody tell me y'all remember what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, he did, because he thought I was going to have a big chunk of money from the bail bondsman on me. So yes, he robbed me for fucking nothing. For nothing, because I got it all back except the $20, my friends. Okay, so y'all remember the 2 guys that thought I set them up, right? And took off with my stuff? About 2 hours later, I kept calling my phone, because that was the only way. I didn't know their phone number. We didn't get that far last night, you know, like, and then all this shit happened. So I kept calling my phone, and then finally they picked up, and I said to them, you know what? Meet me at the police station. We don't have to talk about nothing. Just meet me at the police station. Let's talk to the detectives, and we'll all, like, get together. And they did. They came down to the police station. They met with the detectives. They heard, they gave the detectives first all my stuff back. I got my wallet, my everything back. I got like my IDs and my phone and all that back. But the detectives actually told them like the whole, like what's been happening. And then they believed that I didn't have nothing to do with it. But in that moment, like, could we blame them? I would have thought, honestly, I would have thought that I got set up too. I completely understand. I understand why they did it. Yeah, girl, I still am in therapy. I've been in therapy now for 5 years. I have the same therapist too. And that's what really, really works. What really, really works is when you have the same therapist. You got to stay with the same therapist because you're not going to see results right away. When you have the same therapist and you start to work on things. Hey, I love them pennies. Them is the cutest little thing. I'm going to have me a whole $1. It's not even about money. I just think it's the cutest thing when y'all be like throwing the pennies. What happened with me and my friend? I don't know how I met him. What happened with me and my friend, honestly, I don't. When she woke up, she was, let me tell you, by that time, we just knew what, like, it was, boy, if I ever fucking made a story time on all the shit me and Kim went through, you know, not just with Steven, I'm telling you, our friendship, we had some fucking shit happen to us. Some fucking shit. We've been through a lot. You know, like I don't know, we had a fucking black cloud over us. And I think that Steven was just the turning point. We did stay friends for a while after that, you know, like that. We didn't just stop being friends there, but I just feel like we were never as close after that. We were never as close. But it's funny because when I posted the video on my Facebook and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going viral, and I'm just like, I couldn't have wanted a better video to go fucking viral, because that means that every time I see somebody else like that, I'm like, oh, somebody else knows his face, somebody else knows his name, somebody else knows his face, somebody else knows his name. She saw, because I have her on Facebook still, even though I haven't seen her maybe in like 2 years. But she was like, oh my God, not him again. And then I told her, I was like, y'all, you know, like I be telling your story too, but I told her I keep your name out of it. You know, like that's her story to tell, not mine. I don't know how she dealing with that trauma. If she ever want to, you know, come share or whatever, that's on her. But I don't want to give y'all her information. And no, that I don't know. You know, I can only tell you how I am in my recovery from this, and how I'm dealing with it, and how comfortable I feel with sharing my story. Is your daughter doing okay, and what happened to her mama? I'm confused by your comment. Is your daughter doing okay, and what happened to her mama? I'm right here. And she's right there. We're good. Everything's good like it's supposed to be. My daughter she is my little fucking angel. She's not okay with what happened to me. She's not. But I'm okay with what happened to me because it didn't happen to her. Get it? I'm grateful for that. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it then. I was like, what happened to her mama? Like, I'm her mama. Okay, my bad. I read it wrong. I apologize. I'll take that L. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Let me go find who it was. Cronin Kelsey. I owe you an apology. My bad. I didn't mean to come off like that. What up, Sammy's mama? You blowing kisses up in here? Honestly, I don't know if CT does fucking petitions. But I can tell you by the time we got one together, he'd be out. We're a little late for that, and that's my fault. But what we can do is we can make sure that people know his name and his face. That's all. That's why I put his jail picture up, because that's what he looks like now. He did not look like that when I dated him. But if you know his name and his face, I feel like you're not just for yourself. You know, like if my daughter, if my mom come home and she dating some guy named Steven Salazar, you know what? My ass gonna be like, what? I heard that name before. I actually don't. It's crazy. I was telling my daughter this. I don't think that, like, he's gonna come for me. You understand? Like, he didn't try to hurt me because I did something wrong to him. He just loved himself too much, and he didn't love me that much. He loved himself more than he loves anything. Period. Steven has spent, I don't know how old he is, honestly. What is he? I'm 36, so he's got to be like 32, 31, 33, somewhere around there. He's in his 30s. He has spent like 75% of his life in jail now. I personally don't feel like he's going to come out and be out here that long. They gave him a pre-release program, and that's why I tried to post the green screen, because I wanted y'all to see in case you looked him up. His admission date for Connecticut is 2014. That's when he came over from Massachusetts to Connecticut. That's when they brought him over and extradited him. That's when he finished his time in Connecticut, in Massachusetts, and he got brought over to Connecticut. However, the charges say 2 years ago he was charged with bringing, it doesn't say a weapon, but that's what it is. They told me the story. Like, everybody tells me when he gets pre-released and when he goes back to jail and everything. And that's what happened. He brought a freaking, homemade weapon. I call it a shank, but it's a homemade weapon. He brought a homemade weapon into the pre-release program. He did not even get to spend the night there. He made it 3 hours. 3 fucking hours. So, I mean, listen, this is what I'm thinking, right? I absolutely love interacting with y'all. Like, you guys really do give me strength. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but what you guys say I do for you, you do for me. You get it? It makes me feel more empowered. And I don't know, it makes me feel more confident to get my story out there, knowing that you guys all have my back like that. So I think that, we could take this journey together till he come home. And, we can kind of, keep empowering each other, keep each other uplifted, and things like that. But at some point, he's gonna be home. And then what are we gonna do? You feel me? We have this platform kind of right now for us to kind of just interact and fuck followers, fuck dances. Like, why don't we just, you know, honestly, I was telling my daughter this, like, why don't we just like empower each other? How about this little like room over here is for, or this little area of TikTok over here is for you to come when you're not feeling good, and let me tell you how beautiful and wonderful and perfect you are, and how, like, let me make you feel better about yourself. How about that? His nephew just commented. Oh, thank you. I love all y'all too. I'm confused when someone said his nephew. Like, is his nephew trying to get... His nephew's in the live? Who's his nephew? And what is he saying? That's what I want to know. Vince Hogan. I'm not trying to be funny, but that don't even sound like a name that would be his. I'm not. Listen, I agree with you calling him a creep, but don't try to get no clout saying he your uncle, cause that's embarrassing. If he's not your uncle, if he's your uncle, I feel bad for you. Okay, I'm here, Ariana. Like, what happened? You left, and now we got somebody claiming that that's his uncle. Listen, okay, let me not say this the wrong way. I can't see the comments. I cannot see the comments. But I appreciate, I don't want this to come out the wrong way. I just really hope, Vince, I see you, Vince Hogan joined. I really hope that you're not trying to catch some clout saying that he's your uncle. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? Because that's embarrassing. That's not cool. That's embarrassing. And if I was you, I'm just saying, I would be quiet and just say, like, yeah, you know, like, he's a creep, whatever. Leave the whole he's my uncle part out. I'm pretty sure he didn't stay for my whole story. So if he didn't stay for my whole story, ask him how you spell his name. How do you spell Steven's name? If that's your uncle, I mean, it's cool, but how do you spell Steven's name? I be watching you, Nisha McGraw. That woman is beautiful. I be watching your makeup tutorial. No, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You cannot look up his name. That's what y'all know. Like, anybody who was here for the whole story knows. You cannot look up his name. What you looking up, you're not getting correct. So, if anybody comes to y'all telling you guys that they're his uncle, they're his this, they're his that, if you stay for my story, because you can't go back and watch it now. If you stay for my story, you know the correct spelling and the correct pronunciation of his name. It's misspelled on the DOC. And anybody who knows Steven, what I told y'all about his name is like the weirdest thing. Why Steven spells his name like that, or why his mom did, I have no idea. No. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Possibly. Maybe. It could be in that paper. I'm not sure. But I don't think that, like, don't you think if he knew how to spell the name, he would have said that by now? I'm just saying. You feel me? Listen, this man... Let's talk about this real quick. This man didn't come in here saying, Steven's my uncle and fuck y'all. No, he came in here defending me, okay? So I'm not upset about that, but I'm just upset because I don't want to see anybody. I do not want to see anybody try to catch clout or any kind of attention claiming like he's not a superhero, okay? We're not going to give him that respect. It's not a privilege to be his nephew. I don't feel privileged to be his ex-girlfriend or his victim. So we're not going to give him that. If you are a family member of his, then I feel as much pain for you as I have. But we're not going to let anybody come in here and act like this man deserves a title. No, we're not giving him that. Not in here. So Ariana, I don't know where the fuck you've been, but do your damn job and get him the fuck out. Who does that? Who does that? Who comes in and be like, that's like being like Osama bin Laden was my uncle. Why would you, does that make you feel good? Vince Hogan. That Vince Hogan dude, Ari. Get him the fuck out. I feel disrespected. I feel disrespected now. Because I gave you, it's not even that. Like, I really feel disrespected. Nah, apology, nothing. Give him the boot. He needs to go. Period. Because if you was really his nephew, and again, I understand he is a creep, and his family agrees with that. But I'm just so disrespected that you came on this story that took so much for me to tell and are trying to catch some clout saying that that's your uncle. It's embarrassing. You would have caught more clout trying to say that I'm your aunt. That's at least more respectful. Don't come in here saying that this man who victimized my life is your uncle and you want us all to be like, oh my God. Nah, fuck you. Go. Bye. Bye, Vince. Deuces. If my daughter did not give him the boot by now, I'm hiring a moderator and she's getting fired. That's what I said. Like, and please, y'all, you know what? Just keep that information. If you stayed for my story, you real, you rocking, you was here for good vibes and just to, like, you was here for me and I was here for you. If we was here, just know that, like, what I told you about his name, let's just keep that between us. Because I want to be able to differentiate when people are doing it. I didn't even know this was a thing that people are going to do. I could block him? Oh, I didn't even know. Did not even know. I love how y'all all call me mom because I'll be looking for my daughter like, why is you not blocking him? Yeah, listen, I know you guys all want to recap, but look at me. Look at me. And this is TikTok with filter. I am so, like, I literally was just getting lightheaded when this shit with Vince just happened. I am so mentally and emotionally just drained telling this story today. We've been on here for what? We've been on here for 3 hours, 2 hours, I don't know. 8, 9, 10, 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. It's hard, but I can't do this every day. You feel me? Like today, I couldn't even focus on work. But I prepared. I promised y'all story time, so I was coming. You know, and I'm here. But, well, maybe Friday, my daughter's going to be over. So, maybe we'll do it like Friday or Saturday and we'll try it. Yeah, girl. I was, honestly, promise you, I was just about to do that while we're on the phone. Oops. I was about to drop the phone. I was telling my daughter this, right? Y'all want to hear something? Oh, you're welcome. I am going to get some sleep. I am. But listen, let me tell y'all something. If you're thinking about putting a story out there, I'm taking a vitamin. Think twice. Think twice. Make sure it's a story that we want, that's gonna impact you. I feel bad for people who go viral off of like stupid shit. You know, like a comment, or like, you know, you're at the store, see something, because it's so draining. You know, like you have people that are writing all these crazy comments about you, and you don't want to look, but you have to, because you got to defend yourself. And then especially if it's something traumatic like this, you got to relive it. It's hard. It is hard. But like I said, I'm not doing all this for nothing. No, we saving lives over here. Period. We saving lives. I deadass gotta drink some water though. I'm gonna get me a bigger platform, don't worry. But you see, I appreciate y'all. But you see, this is like realness. I'm here for the right reason. So in 3 days, I had 76 followers when I posted that video. And I got 10,000 right now. And it's not about followers. But I'm just trying to tell you, most people are following me just for the story. But I'm going to build my platform off of like empowering and just like, you know, us looking out for each other. Let me tell you, nowadays women are against each other. And that's why men take advantage of us and degrade us and manipulate us. Not all men, but the men that do, that is why. Because us women are against each other. I always tell everybody, I am here to empower every single one of you. If you don't feel good, get in my DMs and talk to me. Let me tell you how beautiful, let me build you back up and let me love you until you can love yourself. Except Priscilla, that bitch that slept with my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, and knew he was with me, fuck that bitch. We not empowering her. I'm sorry, I'm petty. You know, we not empowering that bitch. We not. She got booted off the island. Yo, I'm literally like dry throating. Oh, I love y'all. If you're not following me, follow me just so I can follow y'all back. Because it is okay to be. Listen, I am petty. I am petty. Have you seen some of these videos, girl? I am petty. When you come for my money, my kids, or my respect, I'm coming for that ass. Period. That's it. I tell everybody, I'm a work in progress, and I have not got to that level yet. Okay, that's something I'm still working on. Oh, I love y'all too. Period. Do you notice I say that's my saying? That's if we gonna have to all get fucking shirts that say period, period, period. Because I say it so much that I almost like oversay it. Definitely. I'm down for that. But that's the shit. Like, don't get me wrong. I want to meet y'all that are in CT. But I want to meet people outside of CT too. Tell me that want to be some dope ass shit to just all of us get up at like an Airbnb. Well, obviously not fucking 200 of us. But like, if we're like, hey, who's going to be in? Or, you know, like Houston. Or I'm trying to think of, where was Shay from? Iowa. She said she was like an hour and a half from Dunkin' Donuts. But like, let's all go here, and then, you know, like, oh, hey, let's all link up at an Airbnb and spend the night and have a girls' fight. Yo, I want a slumber party like when I was 13 or 14. Paint my nails, do my hair. We not pillow fighting though. That's where Shay was from, I think, Illinois. Girl, don't ask me how to turn on notification. I didn't know how to fucking go live. You know what's crazy? Somebody just commented on my Facebook, right? You would be surprised how many girls are on my Facebook that are, and I'm telling you, this is dead ass honest truth, hand to God. I probably have 25 women on my Facebook, or, you know, like younger girl, a girl today, she saw my viral story and I ended up finding out that my baby father's been fucking her. So, yeah, I'm telling you, it comes out. You feel me? I have about 25 girls on my Facebook that I have met in the years through us both being involved with the same man. And it always starts off as beef. But then we, you know, we somehow connect and we empower. Like, I have a really good friend on Facebook that I talk to all the time. And my husband used to jump, before he was my husband, he used to jump between me and her, you know, like, shit like that happens. I feel like that's empowering. See, the bitch that I was just talking about, she's not an empowering person. She was wrong. Not just him, she was wrong too. She thought, like, you're not gonna flex in my face like something's wrong with me, like you're better than me. She used to put me down all the time, like, bitch, you're so ugly, I took your man and I did this and that's why he cheats on you with me. Well, I dead ask anybody on Facebook. I go live every time we sneaky link. Every time he's in my house, I hit the Facebook live. See your man? He's right here. I'm petty, but I'm petty for the right reasons. You feel me? For my respect, my money, or my kids. You gotta ring my bell. Period. Yo, you wanna know some crazy shit? I put this on Facebook. If y'all don't know, my Facebook is under my the same. I have the same name on everything. Oh, sorry. I forgot. I took the case off my phone, so I be covering the mic now. You wanna hear some funny shit? I said, first of all, my Facebook is under my same name, my username, but this bitch and me used to go, I mean, we go at it all the time. She's low key with it. She older than me. But she won't, like, come in my DMs, you know. She'll low key sub me on shit on Facebook, which I think is so hilarious. So, you know, I don't sub. I at you, you know, like, let me go live with your man right in my bed and at you at it. And I'm telling you, I'm not even lying to y'all. That's what I do on my Facebook. Every time we link, I do that to her. However, that's why if y'all see the video on my page, that says, like, me promising my ex's new girl that I'm gonna stop linking him, and there's him pulling up his boxers. I do shit like that, okay? That's when I get petty. Ever since she saw my video go viral on TikTok, she don't be fucking with me. She do not be. Okay, I see the friend request coming in. I got y'all. Y'all definitely found my Facebook. But she don't be fucking with me no more. She like, nah, fuck that. I don't want 500, you know, people, or not 500,000 people that saw that video. I'm like, imagine I keep posting these videos. Don't fuck with me, bitch. Oh, y'all definitely found my Facebook. Y'all stalked me, huh? That's all right. I'm gonna follow y'all back. It's easier for me to follow you back on Facebook, though, and then TikTok, because I don't even know how to begin. Yup. Ariana, tell them. We pulled up to her house. This grown-ass woman kept telling me she was like, come say that to my face and all that. Let me tell you something, first of all. Damn, y'all flooded my Facebook. I love that love. I don't fight over no dick. And excuse my language, but there is no dick in this world that is worth me fighting over. I don't throw these hands right here. I told you I save them for my respect, my money. That's period right there. Respect, my money, and my kids. That's it. But people like to interpret me and her beef because it is about my ex. No, she got my kids' names always in her mouth. She be telling my business all wrong. Like, she be having shit that I don't put her business now. I mean, I want to, but I don't do that to people. You don't, what do you call it, doxing or whatever? You don't do shit like that. That's just fucking wrong. I'm the type, we don't do this. We pull up. You feel me? We pull the fuck up. So she was like, oh, come say it to my face. I came and said it to her face, and she called the cops on me. I pulled up to her house, and she called the cops on me 5 fucking times. But yet she still be on Facebook talking about, that's why you won't say it to my face. Bitch, because I can't. You don't let, the fucking cops don't let me. Oh, damn. Y'all beautiful. I'm looking at your little pictures on Facebook. Y'all are beautiful. Stephanie, you are gorgeous. Listen, there's certain things you have fuck with the cops about. But do not invite me to your house talking about, let's settle this woman to woman. And then you calling the cops. It doesn't make sense. And her man just like will hit me up a week later after that. Yo, the last time I linked him was in February. I be telling everyone now, I'm not even attracted to him no more. He's so ugly in my eyes. And the only reason I linked him in February was to flex in her face. Because it was like the day before Valentine's Day. And he was still in my bed, sleep, hungover. And I did one of these. This is what I did. I went live on Facebook and I was like, I know he didn't come home last night. That's how he woke up. And I dead ass only linked him to like piss her off, right? To flex on her. And that shit didn't make me feel good, honestly. I wasn't proud of me. Because I was like, I'm letting this bitch control what I do, you know? Like, nah, I'm not linking him no more. I told everybody, the next time he tries to link me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, come through. And I'm gonna fucking go live and rob him. I'm gonna beat his ass and rob him on Facebook Live. That ass. I'm gonna run them pockets in these hands. My daughter had a situation. I'm not gonna put her business. Oh, Sierra, you beautiful too. I'm not gonna put my daughter business out there, but I had a little boy, with my daughter's age. He was getting real disrespectful with the way he was talking to my daughter. Real disrespectful. Myra, I don't know who you are, but I got you. I just can't read your message right now. So he was getting real disrespectful with the way he was talking to my daughter. He had came out his mouth and he said some real funny shit like, oh, if you want to link, we got to do this. Like, my daughter just wants to chill and talk, and he's like, we got to do this. I was like, oh, we not having that. Twice. I pulled up to his house, knocked on his fucking door, had his grandma come outside and don't speak English, pero tú sabes que yo puedo hablar en español clarito. And we had a whole fucking discussion about her fuckboy ass little son or grandson. I do not play with mine. With my kids, my kids don't deserve for nobody to come for my kids. I dead ass think my Facebook is the same name, Bebecita Lizzy. You just know period. Oh, I have glasses on in my Facebook though, so maybe you won't recognize me. Yeah, because you know what? A lot of people be like, you know what? A lot of people be like, you know, you got to show your daughter different. You show your daughter what you want to show her. I'm going to show my daughter that we not tolerating that shit. Nobody's going to talk to you like that. Nobody. Period. Nobody. Oh, damn. There we go. Hey. You know what? I'm going to add every one of y'all on Facebook because y'all like flooded me. As soon as we off this live, I'm going to add every one of y'all. But I am guilty. Let me tell you, my Facebook was popping. But the last like 3 days, it's been a little dry because of TikTok. I just don't have enough time to be on both. But they is going to catch these. I dead ass told. Matter of fact, Ari, should we post a video? We got the video when we spin that blog. We spun that bitch real quick. If it's all right with my daughter, I'll talk to her about it. If she's okay with it, then we'll post the video. But if she doesn't want to post the video, we won't. And you can see how shook he was when we posted that, when we pulled up to that house. You know, I didn't say that to your daughter. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Are you sure? No, we'll talk about it after. As long as you're sure. Because remember, when we come out here, everybody's going to see. I had to have a talk with my daughter yesterday. Like, be mindful of what you do. Everything that my daughter does, you're never going to tell me something about my daughter that I don't know. So don't think that you're going to be like, oh, I saw this on her TikTok or that. No, I already know. Okay? I know what she does. I'm mindful. I know I'm proud of my little girl. See, I told you. Do you really want to post it on Facebook? I mean, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll post it on Facebook. Isn't it still posted on Facebook? But we just have it private to only my friends. I don't know. We got y'all though. We'll figure out a way. I'm not happy about that. I don't give a fuck about him. You think I give a fuck about posting a video about him? The whole reason I fucking went live when we were doing that was because of him. Like, I wanted to embarrass him on Facebook Live. Remember, that was the whole point. I just don't want... Again, it's not my business. I think the video is still on Facebook, to be dead ass with you, Ari. I think we just knocked it to private so that nobody that wasn't my friend on Facebook can see. So once I add y'all, y'all should be able to see it. You are enough. Yes. I like that name. Girl, your phone's at 2%. My body is at 2%. I'm gonna look how black my eyes are. I'm gonna look like a crackhead tomorrow. I gotta be so mindful of the shit I say, because I be talking reckless, and then, you know, everybody's gonna come for me for saying something. If I say something that you guys feel disrespected by, I apologize. Just let me know. Like the other day, I said a word, not a bad word, but you know, I said a word that I shouldn't have said, and I gotta be mindful that some kids do have that disability. So that's it. Just let me know. Yeah, I do gotta work. I work from home, so it's really not that bad, but I do gotta work tomorrow. So you're right, y'all. I definitely gotta get to bed. For real, right? I feel like we on FaceTime too. That's what I'm saying, yo. This is like my little family, my little TikTok family. We got this. We got this. We're gonna do something with it. I don't know how we're gonna get there, but just rock with me, because I promise you, we're gonna build this. But I honestly, I kind of like it when it's like tiny like this. You feel me? I feel like if we get too crazy big, I'm not going to have this personal connection with y'all. And I really feel like I know, like when I see names, I could like, I'm already putting personalities together, you know, and things like that. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm here for like, does it make sense? I'm here for like a smaller us. We don't have to have a big us, because then I'm not going to get to know you. Yeah, I like it more intimate. I do. A small audience, yeah. Don't get me wrong. People are going to come watch, but let them watch. I don't give a fuck about them. But the people that like I'm vibing with, that I know y'all, I want to be able to interact like this. Like you said, I feel like we on the fucking FaceTime too. I just can't see y'all faces. Y'all got your cameras turned off. There is so many women that have no voice, but let me tell you, my voice is loud. It is very loud. And if you cannot speak, I will speak for you. I will help you. I will help you. Yeah, I did already tell my story. I'm sorry. But I'm going to do it again this week. I just, not tonight. That was a long story. That was a fucking long story. Yeah, you feel me what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to read your comments and answer your questions. And, like, if you say you have a son that's 8 years old and, you know, he has a fever and tomorrow I'm talking to you, I want to be able to be like, how's your son doing? And not be like, wait a minute, where was the girl who has the son? You know, like, you get what I'm saying? Ain't about no big... Listen, like, I'm not trying to be funny, but it ain't really about no big, like... I don't want no more followers. Like, no, I don't... Okay, listen, I'm not saying you can't follow. You can't be down with us. We not excluded nobody, okay? We're not doing that. But let's just keep our little group us. You know, we don't have to advertise it. And if people come along that are worthy of, like, you know, not worthy, but they down with us, they want to vibe with us and shit, vibe. But we don't have to go on being like, oh, here, come join us. Nah. We're not about that. A secret second account? You're right. Like, I feel like we had a meeting. Hi, my name's Alicia, and I don't have any friends. And Irene, go ahead, raise your fucking hand, because you don't have any fucking friends either. I'm calling you out. Me and her were just talking about that the other day. We're like, we don't have no fucking friends. Now I do. I got fucking what? Right now I got 97? 97 of y'all. I got 97 friends. Yesterday I didn't have no friends. 96! Who left? You really gonna just walk away when I'm 94? Oh, you know what? Go. Y'all deserve to go. I'm like, damn, I got 97. That was like a moment where you could have like waited to leave, okay? You could have just waited to leave for a couple of seconds. Y'all was like, fuck this, bitch getting too emotional. We out. Yes, definitely if you and CT, listen, we cannot link at my house because I really don't want to endanger anybody, but we definitely gonna have to link. We're gonna link. And if you're not in CT, we can link too. I'm gonna sleep so wonderful tonight. So wonderful. All right, listen. I love each and every one of y'all, but I love me. I need to love me, and I need to take my ass to bed, because I could sit here and talk to you guys all night, but I'm gonna fucking probably like oversleep tomorrow. So I'm gonna, before I go to bed though, I promise you, Ashley Michelle, hold on, Ashley. Everybody who who added me on Facebook, I'm gonna go add y'all back, so I at least got you. Girl, what you mean don't forget about you? I wanna hit you through the phone. I'm coming. Yo, listen. All right, you know what? Let's not talk about it. Tomorrow we coming on. Y'all let me know what time y'all want to go live, and we could just all talk this way. Cause I don't even think you could like. Can I add y'all to lives? I think I asked that question. I don't think you can. Can you put somebody in the live up here to talk? Let me know. But I think this is a good time. I work late. I work till 7:15. I work from 11 a.m. to 7:15 or 7:30. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're definitely right. You're definitely right. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But listen, honestly, I'm here for y'all. I like this little group of people we have. Ashley, remember me, Ashley? I followed you. Just so I remember you, okay? I'm trying to show you. I remember you. Your boyfriend got hacked by credit card hackers. What? No. I'm going to be on probably Thursday or Friday night. I can't really tell you for sure, but one of those. Thursday or Friday. Depending mentally where I'm at. Okay? Alright, let me get to bed, but I will follow all you guys back on Facebook. If you know, my Facebook is the same name as up there, right there, but it doesn't have the period. It's just Bebecita Lizzy. Igual. Who said que sueña con los angelitos? But that's what I say. Why does somebody... That just caught me off guard because I haven't heard that in a long time. Oh, I love when people say that. Like, to dream with the angels. But that's like a Spanish saying. And I don't hear a lot of people say that. Okay, so can we, I don't know, what time y'all want to go? Y'all want to do 8, 9, 10? I'm in CT. I'm on CT time. You know, I'm trying to. 8 is good for me. Listen, 8, 9, or 10. You choose when you're going to join. Because look at my life. We've been here for 3 hours. We're going to be here tomorrow for 3 hours. So, 8, we'll start the live at 8. We'll start the live at 8:30 tomorrow, okay? I'm going to go live at 8:30 tomorrow. Y'all tap in, and then we'll just run the live. Listen, y'all know, we going to vibe, okay? So, if you tap in at 10, you tap in at 10. But just remember, no story time tomorrow. We're just vibing tomorrow, okay? I just want to get to meet y'all. Y'all meet me. We talk, da-da-da. We vibe like we doing now. No story time tomorrow. And if you see anybody ask, no story time till Thursday or Friday. Because I cannot relive that till Thursday or Friday. Okay. I'm going to get some rest. Because I really need some rest. But I love all of y'all. And I will see you tomorrow at 8:30. If you can't, like I said, if you can't tap in at 8:30. What the fuck time zone am I? I don't know. Connecticut time. Eastern Daylight. That time. If you can't tap in at 8:30 tomorrow, just tap in when you can. Trust me, we gonna be live. We don't do no half an hour lives over here. All right. Good night, everybody. Que te duermas con los angelitos. All of you. All of you. Everyone's sleeping with angels tonight. All right. Good night. I appreciate all of y'all joining my live and hearing my story. I really do. I'm going to add y'all on Facebook, and then we'll talk tomorrow. Be here, 8:30. The live starts. Join whenever you can. Got you. Good night.